This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of today's host team and MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of today's host team and MSPN Digital Television.
This is MSPN Digital Television, promoting local teams and local athletes since 2017 in North Dakota and Minnesota.
Third time's the charm for the Otters. They're your Section 8 2A champions tonight. What's the victory here over the Monaga Braves?
Producing area youth and high school sports broadcasts, along with news, highlights, and scores of the area's semi-professional teams.
In the 2018 Clark Cup champions are the Fargo Post.
Also search MSPN DTV to follow us on most social media platforms for news, scores, and highlights of college sports. Plus the Twins, T-Wolves, Wild, Lynx, PWHL, Vikings, and so much more. MSPN Digital Television. Visit us online at our website, mspndtv.com. This MSPN broadcast starts right now. Let's turn it over to the broadcast booth for the pregame show on MSPN Digital Television.
Well, it's Championship Saturday here at Starry and Bank Field in Fargo, and the top two seeds scoring off the West Fargo Patriots and Fargo Post 2. Both these teams know their seasons aren't done yet, as the Central Plains Regional just a few days away over just off to our west at Young Field in West Fargo, as Post 2 clinching things yesterday after losing to the Patriots by a score of 8-4. They came back, solid pitching last night, and some early runs held up at a 3-1 win as they took care of the Bismarck Governors. Today, you're basically playing for the state championship. You're basically playing for the flag as they square off today. West Fargo needs just one win to get it done. Post 2 will have to try and beat the Pats twice. So we'll get to that coming up here as we will get a chance to visit here with Todd R from West Fargo Baseballs. He's going to get set up here as we're going to talk a little bit about this game, but what's to come next week with the Central Plains Regional. So we'll get to that here before we get to starting lineups and first pitch. First of all, thanks for coming up.
You bet. Thank you.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm sure an exciting time. Well, all exciting time for you guys. First of all, you guys played a nice game yesterday. To get 5 early against a team of this caliber in Post 2, and just kind of took off from there.
Yeah, it was a big game. Post 2 has been playing unbelievable baseball all year. Every tournament they go into, they're either winning it or in the finals. With the Gopher and the Creighton Prep, and so they're playing at a very high level. So to kind of come out and get that early start was kind of the key to the game.
Yeah, no question. Hudson did a really nice job, I thought, and he seemed to get better as the game went along. So
yeah, I was talking to Jeff Young. We were kind of talking. We said he was a little bit. Almost a little bit lucky early. We got a pick off at first. We had a double play turn, and then, as you stated, kind of third inning on, he kind of just took it upon himself and, really keyed in and kind of dominated the rest of the game.
All right, let's get to the Central Plains Regional, which is coming up. As this has been in the makings for a while, and I know talking to Jeff Golden and you two, the organizations, I think West Fargo Baseball and Pulse 400 work really well together, and I think have a lot of similar ideas and how baseball at this level should go. Kind of talk about this. This has been a while into the making, months into the making.
Yeah, if not years, to be quite frank. We started the bid process, a couple years back. As you know, they have a 2-year commitment when you get it, and Gouldy and I started talking and saying, wouldn't it be great for North Dakota and give other kids a chance and give more kids a chance, and with the motel being in the same town using the Delta, we had the same Valley bus. With Cordell over there was a big part of it, and the communities coming together. It was kind of no-brainer. Even though it's 2 different organizations, 2 different parks, it's given 2 different things the same opportunity. And when we pitched it to the Central Plain Legion people, they thought, God, what a great idea, and so they just jumped on it, and we were awarded the bid. We had to put a financial bid together and all that, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to make baseball in North Dakota better.
Yep.
And as you can see, as one person does something, the other ones go along, and we're just blessed across Western North Dakota to Eastern North Dakota with the facilities we have, and people like you, Brad, that support us, and different things. So it's really it's exciting times.
Yep, it'll start. You've got the banquet coming up Tuesday night first.
We do. We have the banquet on Tuesday night. The Lights out in West Fargo have generously given some of their time and the facilities to us. So I think the kids are going to have a real enjoyable. We're going to set up some bean bags and different things like that, and then we have an ex-West Fargo Patriot professional player, Andy Young, coming in to kind of do a little, how he got, what Legion baseball meant to him, what professional baseball meant to him. So he'll kind of be our speaker at that. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, you've had a lot of guys in the program. Andy Young made it to the bigs. You've got an all-star alum with Matt Strom. That's I'm sure you're proud.
It's so cool. We got obviously Matt, who's just doing things beyond most people in baseball get to do. So we're proud of him. We have Andy. We have Ryan Barassa, who's in with the Atlanta Braves right now. And quite frankly, it just gives our young kids. It can happen. Everybody dreams. When you ask them when they're in second grade, what do you want to be? I want to be a Major League Baseball player. Well, there's proof in the pudding, as they say.
The team's small over the region. You'll have two from Minnesota. Obviously, these two here with the Pats in Post 2, Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa. This is the best of the best here.
It really is. And Iowa's already in. Their team, Johnson County's in. Nebraska's, their two teams are playing for the championship as we are today. Yep. So they're two in. Minnesota's fighting right now still. We should know their teams by the end of the day. And then South Dakota, I think Renner has to be beat twice, otherwise they'll be the South Dakota representative. So it's coming together.
Well, and we've seen, like for the Pete, some of these tournaments, teams from South Dakota, Brookings had a really good run, and Renner, especially with the Dakota teams anyway, at least, they're playing a lot. There's, there seems to be teams are willing to travel and play.
It is. When you get to quality, when I played way back in the early 80s, early 80s, so, teams were not going to come to Fargo and West Fargo. They just weren't. But now with our facilities that we have, and then quite frankly, the quality of teams with 400, Post 2, West Fargo just in town, they can come and play a 4-game set against 400 and us and, get good quality, and our tournaments are good. So it's really been a change where we're getting teams, and we had, Rapid City, we'll have Creighton Prep. They actually came here just not only for a tournament, but they came here for like a 4-game set. So it makes our program better to have them travel here. And obviously, we'll travel wherever we need to. We got to go to Louisville, Kentucky. We went to Kansas City. So we're traveling to play the best of the best.
I have to tell a story. I think it was one of the teams, one of the Tri-City teams was here during the Pete, and I asked him, I said, you like coming here? He says, I love coming here. He goes, it's a different vibe up here than it is, say, in the Twin Cities.
Yeah, and I think they feel that. Our community supports us, as you can see by the crowds, and and then the support we get from the media and different things like that. So we're building some good things here. We're building baseball players and good kids.
You and Gould taking notes here and how this is all going to go?
Yeah, we're meeting our Paul Iverson, who's running from the Central Plains region, actually flew in on Thursday. He's kind of the guy that runs the show and tells us what to do, and so Jeff and I have been, working together. We'll do a good job with it, but the few things that maybe we missed or not, Jeff can correct them next year, which he will. But you can see by what he did with this ballpark and stuff. So yeah, we're definitely in it together. And it's not only for West Fargo and Post 400. It's for all of North Dakota baseball.
Tickets, and can they get like a pass for the whole tournament?
Yeah,
how does that work?
We really did something, Brad. We wanted to have community involvement. So. And not to throw anybody under the bus, but the last few years when it's been South Dakota, the prices were, in our mind, a little steep. Okay. So we actually kept it at $10 a day, $30 for the whole tournament. So very, pretty much what the state tournaments are at. Okay. So we are letting veterans in, and we're obviously letting kids 13 and under free. Yep. We want kids to be running around the ballpark, so they know when they get 5-6 down the road, their dream could be to play in that Central Plains Regional. You bet. Hey, looking forward to it. Looking forward to coming over there a couple days, and I'll let you go enjoy this one this afternoon. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. You bet. Todd R from West Fargo Baseball, the Central Plains Regional. We'll start Wednesday. The banquet Tuesday out at the Lights, and then games will start with 4 on Wednesday. It will continue through Sunday, the 11th, with the championship game. We'll take a break, come back. There you see the teams lined up for the anthem and the code of sportsmanship. We'll come back with the starting lineups. First pitch should be fun. Patriots in Post 2 for a state championship this afternoon here at Story and Bank Field. We'll be right back.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings Go? The Hankster! Hank! What?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Yeah, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go. Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs.
Okay, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go delivered, but did he get 6 free wings?
Yeah.
No! That's why I love bourbon barbecue wings!
Wow. That was something.
You didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I used to sing on cruises.
What made you stop?
The cruises. Bourbon barbecue wings!
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Welcome back to Starry and Bank Field in Fargo, as our umpires out there, as Justin Farkas is behind the plate. Nate Seeley over at third, Reggie Jackson at second, Ryan Engelman at first, as the Patriots, as the lone unbeaten team standing, will be the home team. So that'll be the case here today if the Pats win it. This tournament is all said and done. If not, if Post 2 wins, we'll have a second winner-take-all championship, probably, we're looking at around probably 30 minutes after the completion of this one. And kind of wonder what kind of crowd we'd get, as these teams know that they're in the Central Plains Regional, basically playing to see who's the state title. I got a good crowd, and there's still a few more filing in for this one. Two pitchers that have not pitched so far in this tournament getting the call for both teams. Brady Manley will go for Fargo Post 2, and it will be Ben Klaus, the right-hander, for the West Fargo Patriots. For Post 2 taking care of business yesterday, a 3-1 win. Bowden Meyer went 5, and Wyatt Kozadowski was outstanding in relief yesterday, as 2 scoreless innings, worked around a couple of singles in the 6th, but Kozadowski able to close the door on the Governors. And they again not a lot of high-scoring games, not a lot of blowouts, quite frankly, and you wouldn't see that, I think, with the parity and the balance in this league. And I think Post 2 and West Fargo probably just a hair above. Bismarck had a nice team and a nice comeback yesterday, and they were certainly a solid 3. And then really from about 4 to 8 or 9, heck even 10, what Jamestown did in this tournament as well, winning a couple of games and competing quite well. Take a look at the starting lineup here for Post 2. Sam Oshak will lead things off. He's the designated hitter this afternoon. Batting second will be the catcher Adam Leininger. Batting third at shortstop Connor Holm. Batting fourth will be the right fielder Charlie Kalbrenner. Batting fifth at third base Jackson Beiswinger. Batting sixth at first base Grayson Doctor. Batting seventh in left field Wyatt Kozadowski. Batting eighth in center field Jordan Leininger. Batting ninth at second base will be Landon Meyer. We'll set the West Fargo defense as we go along. First pitch on this one is a strike, says home plate umpire Justin Farkas. It's 0-1. 12:03. It's warm, but we got a little wind today. 84 is the game time temperature. And Klaus delivers strike 2, 0-2 the count. 84 with south winds at 8 to 12. That south wind might help cool off the customers today. And the 0-2 delivery. Foul off to the left and on a play and 2 strikes. Set the defense here for West Fargo. Brady Medina is behind the plate. Brody Medina's at third. Seth Wigestrand at shortstop. Landon Troffgruben at second. Jackson Glinke at first. There's a curve wrapped out to short. Taken there by Wigestrand. Sets it a bullet. Oh, he throws it away. Hard off the sidewall. Comes back to Glinke and safe at first. Will be Oshak. Oshak against Bismarck. Went 1 for 1. He sacrificed 3 times, reaching base on 1 of them. And that'll bring up Adam Leininger. Leininger last night against Bismarck, an RBI single in the 4th. He went 1 for 4 for the day yesterday. He had 3 hits and knocked in 3 runs. He knocked in 3 against the Patriots yesterday. 2 on a single in the 3rd, then 1 on a double in the 7th inning. Swing and a miss. And strike 1. Again, both these teams know they're in, so I say the heavy lifting is maybe over, but playing for the pennant, basically, the state championship. And boy, they both these teams have a number of them in the trophy case. Outside 1-1 the count. West Fargo winning at 21 and 22, and trying to run through unbeaten, which is easier said than done. Fargo Post 2, of course, winning last year out at Dickinson. Next year it'll be out in Williston. Sure, Larry Grondal and the crew will do a fine job with that at Offutt Stadium. They had was it last year they had the Babe Ruth World Series out there? But another good baseball town out in the western part of the state in Williston. 1-1. Hit to third. Goes off the glove of the third baseman, Brody Medina, and into foul territory as Oshak will get to second and stop there. That'll be an error charge to Medina at third, and a ground ball. Sounded like it was hit off the end of the bat. Medina tried to backhand it, and a couple of miscues in the field. West Fargo played errorless baseball, and we'll get Jordan Rowe out for a visit here early. So a couple of miscues in the field in Post 2. 2 on, nobody out. You're getting to the meat of the order. Connor Holm has had an excellent state tournament at the plate, as Holm had 2 hits and a walk yesterday, and the out he made was probably the hardest hit ball of the bunch. He lined one back to the pitcher for a double play in the 2nd. So conference at the mound here is just trying to kind of get everybody back in alignment and said, all right, it's early, shake this off. 3:15 down each line here at Starion Bank Field. Arc symmetrical, 355 to left and right center, 385 to center. I think the park plays fair, but it seems as a whole the ball carries well. Yesterday the wind was more to the north, and I think the wind is expected to maybe move a little bit to the north today as well, or kind of shift around to the north. I don't know if it'll be in game or not, but ball really carried well to left and left center yesterday, as there were Grayson Doctor homered for Post 2 against West Fargo. Kellen Burke went deep against Bismarck. Shot up the middle by Holm. That is knocked down. No, gets it to center field. It's in for a hit. That'll score Oshak. And Connor Holm stay hot. It's an RBI single, and Post 2 strikes early. It's 1-0. That one scooting on through is Holm now. I believe it's 8 hits in the state tournament now for Connor Holm on a single that Wigestrand just got a piece of. 1-0 in favor of Post 2. And I'll bring up Kalbrenner. 2-run triple in the first yesterday, as Charlie went 1 for 3 with an intentional walk. And a balk has been called. Yeah, balk has been called. Balk has been called on Klaus. Klaus asking for an exclamation or an explanation from second base umpire Reggie Jackson, and said he kind of made a little movement and didn't come completely set. So the balk been called. So now 2 in scoring position. And the delivery in the dirt. Medina smothers that in ball 1. Teams split in the regular season on July 19th in West Fargo. Patriots 5 in the 2nd yesterday, really set the tone on an 8-4 win. They were able to add on with runs in the 6th and 7th called strike. And it'll even it up at 1 apiece. Klaus has not pitched. Yesterday, Hudson Dinger nearly got to the finish line, went 6 2/3 before reaching his pitch limit. Caleb Anderson finished up, got the final out. Kalbrenner, a big cut. And didn't get it. 1-2 the count. So with a south wind blowing in pretty much from left and left center field. Set in the 1-2. Foul off to the left and out of play. Look down below. Yeah, we got a really good crowd yesterday. The noon game on Friday of the winners bracket game, a great crowd. Many of the Post 2 fans came back against for the Bismarck game, the final game last night. This is game 18 of the tournament. And the delivery, foul. A big hook there from Klaus and dribbled foul. It was Fargo. Patriots in the tournament. Caleb Deere shut out. Dinger pitched well yesterday. Again, they've stayed in that winner's bracket, so certainly pitching-wise, they should be in good shape. Just missed to the outside corner, trying to get Kalbrenner to bite. Did not. And the count rides along here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Back at the end of the regular season, they finished up sweeping Mandan Deere, won game 1 9-2. That one misses, and 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Klaus hasn't pitched in a while. As you mentioned, has not pitched here in the state tournament. He should be fresh and ready to go. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A couple of miscues in the field and a base hit have led to 1 run. Ball 4 there. That'll load him up with nobody out. So that fills first. Bases loaded with nobody out. Here is Beiswinger. Beiswinger 1 for 3 against Bismarck. And went 1 for 2 with a walk, 2 for 5 yesterday against the Patriots. Into the corners, back up the middle. He would turn 2 out, or try to turn 2 if it's hit to Wigestrand, or it's second to Troffgruben. Cut on, it missed, and strike 1. We talked about yesterday, Post 2 fell behind yesterday, of course, the big 5-run inning. Set the tone a little bit yesterday, got too early on. They did strand 11. Boy, they had some opportunities to add on. Did in the 4th, but they kind of had Bismarck kind of hanging by a thread there in the early to mid innings, and then the Governors got one back, and they certainly had some chances. The inning that the Govs scored yesterday, in the 5th, they had a runner thrown out trying to go to 3rd, and that 2 hits in a row followed. That could have been a little tighter than it was. Strike. Good movement on that pitch from Klaus. It's 1-2 to Beiswinger. Outfield straightaway, as you can see, left, center, and right. Trey Hussar in left, Caleb Deere in center, Cooper Fuchs in right. And the delivery, it is, just outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Justin Farkas, I don't believe, has had the plate. He's been on the bases for a few games. Has got an excellent crew of umpires, and they've gone to 4 for the games yesterday and for the championships today. That's one thing as well, that Central Plains Regional coming up, fouled out of play. Umpires Eric Guler, who's one of the lakes area around Pelican Rapids. He'll be one of the umpires. They've got 4. Got a couple from Minnesota, a couple from Nebraska, 1 from North Carolina, Nevada, and will be the umpires. Umpire-in-chief Corey Oldrich out of Nebraska. It's 2-2, And strike three. Got him looking. Eiswinger caught looking. Klaus gets a strikeout and one away here in the top of the first inning. Bases remain full. Grayson Doctor pinch hit home run yesterday in the 7th against Hudson Dinger in West Fargo. Doctor 0 for 2. He reached on a walk and a hit batsman. He has a couple of runs batted in the state tournament. 3 on, 1 out. And strike one. And again, with the lefties they throw up there towards the top of the lineup with Leininger and Holm and Kalbrenner. You got a couple of good right-handed sticks there in Weiswinger and Doctor. Their lefty and Kozadowski will hit next. Swing and a miss. And 2 strikes. The run of the inning so far is unearned. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Glinke in front of the base runner at first. Double played up the middle. Foul off to the right now to play on a hanger, and 2 strikes the count. West Fargo survived a scare in the opening game. 6-5 come from behind win. Caleb Anderson walked it off with a 2-run home run, defeating Jamestown. Caleb Deere a 1-hit gem and a 4-0 shutout over Bismarck Wednesday. Off Thursday, and then 8-4 win over Post 2 yesterday to get into the driver's seat. 0-2 off the handles and fouled, and still 2 strikes. Luke Rustad over in the third base coaching box. Jonas Sanders at first. Gunnar Lindstedt, pitching coach in the dugout for Fargo Post 2. Luke's done an excellent job with this program over the years. There's so much tradition with Post 2. Struck him out. Foul tip actually held by Medina. And there's out number 2. Here's Kozadowski. Really, I said a left-handed batter hitting from the right side here is Kozadowski. Wyatt, 2 fly ball outs, went 0 for 3 yesterday against Bismarck, 0 for 6 on the day. And the delivery. Popped up, foul ground, and that'll carry out a play and strike 1. So Klaus, Bert Blyleven used to say on TV, he's 67% of the way there. Well, bases loaded, none out has turned into bases loaded, 2 out. And 1 batter away from getting out of the thick stuff here in the first and keeping it at just 1. Time for Post 2. Chance to make it a crooked number here early. And the delivery. Swing and a miss. Was turning at a fastball, 2 strikes. Jordan Leininger would hit next, but 2 down here in the second. Adam Leininger at third. Holm at second. And Kalbrenner at first base. 1 in for Post 2 early on in this one. Here it is. Fouled away. Two strikes. Full week of baseball, 18 games worth. Started Monday. Been some pretty entertaining games. So the quality of baseball, despite being in a snowbound area for at least 6 months of the year, if not longer, I'm impressed how the quality of baseball has really stayed strong, even improved over the years, it seems like. 0-2. Post 2 in West Fargo, leading the charge there. Klaus deals. He got him. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Slow curveball, it caught the edge. Kozadowski caught looking. Post 2 gets 1. But strands 3 here in the top of the first inning. They grab a run on 1 hit. 2 errors. 32 pitches for Klaus in that top of the first. The side retired. We'll get to the Patriots batting order when we come back in this state Class AA championship. Post 2-1, West Fargo coming to bat after this on MSPN Digital Television.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Bottom of the first inning in a 1-0 game as you see Brady Manley taking his warm-up tosses. Left-hander making his first appearance here of the state tournament. Lineup for West Fargo under head coach Jordan Rowe. Leading off will be the third baseman Brody Medina, batting second in center field. Caleb Deere batting third, and catching will be Brady Medina. Batting fourth, designated hitter Caleb Anderson. Batting fifth at first base, Jackson Glinke. Batting sixth, shortstop Seth Wegestrand. Batting seventh will be the right fielder Cooper Fuchs. Batting eighth at second base, Landon Troffgruben. Batting ninth will be the left fielder Trey Hussar. Set the defense here for post 2. Brady Manley, the lefty, making his first appearance here at the state. Adam Leininger catching, Jackson Beiswinger at third, Connor Holm at shortstop. Landon Myers at second, Grayson Doctor at first. In the outfield from left to right, Wyatt Kozadowski, Jordan Leininger in center, Kalbrenner in right. Charlie Kalbrenner in right. First pitch, Manley takes it down and in for ball 1. Okay, sounds good. All right. Yeah, that'd be great. Actually, correction on that first pitch was a strike, and now there. So quickly 0-2. We'll get a visitor here. Get another guest coming up here, probably the top of the second inning. So Todd R from West Fargo Baseball, Central Plains Regional. We have him in our pregame report. Manley on 0-2 deals. Fastball off the plate, and 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. So 1-2. Daryl Rowe. Daryl from Chandler, Arizona, former North Dakotan, enjoying our broadcast today. Wondering about the Class A tournament, and I can update you on that. They are into day 3 today out in Mandan. And I can tell you that in the winner's bracket, it is Wahpeton and Kindred. The champions and runners-up from last year, they're scoring off today in the winner's bracket game. 2-2 pitch. That is hit in the air to right. Kalbrenner drifting back, and he's able to put that one away for out number 1. So a fly ball to right, 1 down here in the first down here in the bottom of the first inning. As Kindred had a big inning to beat Valley City last night. Wahpeton got, I believe, was 8 in the first and beat Devil's Lake. Eliminated a couple of teams, so 6 remaining in the field there. Ooh, that one hit Caleb Deere. So Deere tried to play jump rope and got clipped by the pitch.
Batting third for West Fargo, the catcher number 7.
Here's Brady Medina. Brady Medina yesterday, 0 for 4. Hit into a double play that did score a run. That was the final run of that 5-run outburst in the second yesterday as the left-hander Manley to the set and delivers. It is a strike, 0-1. He went to high school at Fargo North, did Brady Manley. But now get some of those Class A updates. Wahpeton and Kindred are in the winners bracket. That's at 5 today out at the Mandan Memorial Ballpark. Line drive, that is into center for a base hit. Deer will check in at second. Patriots have their first hit. 2 on and 1 out as Medina with a solid base knock. 2 on, 1 out for Caleb Anderson. Mandan and Valley City playing right now. Then it'll be Devils Lake and the Bismarck Reps will follow. And then the winners bracket game with Kindred and Wapaton out in Mandan. In fact, Mandan and Valley City, the Mandan A's lead 3-1 over Valley City early in that game. Batter Caleb Anderson. And the delivery, swing and a miss. And strike 1. Anderson 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored yesterday. We talked about his walk-off home run to defeat Jamestown. That was on Tuesday afternoon. And the pitch. Tries to bunt, pops up a bunt, and will drop foul in 2 strikes. And in a lot of sports, and especially, maybe not football because they don't play as often, but when you get in a postseason run, you see, I think you see it in basketball, especially at the high school level. If you got to win from a regional to a state, you got to win maybe 5, 6 games, maybe 7 to try and win a in the postseason to win a championship. You may get one where it's just things that normally you're accustomed to going right don't. Ball low and it's 1-2 in the years as long as I've been doing this, which is starting to add up over time. There's a game where things just don't go right. You get a couple of bounces that don't go your way, and you just gotta find a way to grind through it. West Fargo did that the other day, and I think Post 2's had to do that a couple of times as well. 1-2, missed up and away, 2-2. Fell behind against Minot, got a big inning late, came through. And they shook off that loss yesterday. Got an early lead, pitching and defense. Kind of carried the way, as it tends to do a lot. The win over a very good Bismarck Governors squad. 2-2. Manley deals, foul off to the right, now to play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And then you think about these 2 teams here. They probably have seen each other a lot through youth baseball. Probably some through the high school. West Fargo, basically their Legion team consists of 3 schools now, with Horace in the mix, along with Cheyenne and West Fargo High. Post 2, primarily North and Shanley. You've got a couple of Davies kids. I know Jackson Beiswinger for 1. Grayson Doctor from Oak Grove. Ground ball to the right side. Meyer to home for 1, and that's all they'll get. 2 down. Anderson will take over for Medina at first. Deer goes to third now. 2 down. Jackson Glinke, the batter. Glinke, 2 hits and a walk yesterday against Post 2. Went 2 for 3, and an RBI hit on the 7th. His double was a fly ball that Leininger lost in the sun in the early afternoon sunshine yesterday. Lefty to lefty matchup here is Manley. 14 pitches so far in the bottom of the first inning. Strike. And 0-1. We talk West Fargo, a team that really pitching in defense, and a lot of times offensively, if they can get to 3 or 4, they got to 8 yesterday. 5-run second. Really took advantage. Leininger struggled control-wise yesterday. 1-1. But they pounced, and some contributions yesterday from the bottom of the order. Trey Hussar got a 2-out RBI single in the 6th. That was huge. Swing is a high fly ball to right. Kalbrenner coming in. He has it measured. He waits, and he hauls it in for out number 3. West Fargo strands 2 in the bottom of the first inning. Nice job by Manley to work out of some trouble there, as no runs on 1 hit, no errors, a hit batsman, and they strand 2. 17 pitches for Manley, 11 strikes in that bottom of the first inning. Post 2 with a 1-0 lead after 1 in the state championship game from Starry and Bankfield. Class AA Legion State Tournament action continues in just a moment.
Oh, come on! You gotta box out! That's the problem with kids these days. No fundamentals.
Fundamentals?
Yeah, it's not that hard. You just gotta box out! Box out! Box out! Oh, look at this guy. He can't get past me. I'm letting my hooves because I'm a Buffalo. Box out! Double box out!
Game's gonna be that way.
Box out! See what I'm saying? It's just fundamentals. What? What's wrong with your faces?
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
There we go. It'll be 8-9-1 to the batting order here for Fargo Post 2. Leininger, Meyer, and Sam Oshak. And a pleasure to be joined. Paul Iverson. First of all, thanks. You are, first of all, your title. I just want to make sure it comes better out of your mouth than mine.
No, I appreciate that. No, I'm fortunate enough to be the National Tournament Director for the Central Plains again. So.
First pitch to Leininger, called strike 0-1. You arrived earlier, like Thursday, and I know you were out here yesterday to, first of all, to visit with Todd and, of course, with Jeff. And first of all, you got to get a chance here to preview the site for next year's tournament. Leininger into right center field and playable. Battling the wind and catching out there is Fuchs for out number 1. Here in the top of the second inning, 1-0 Post 2 as Leininger retired. So I guess first off, your first impressions of what you're seeing here at Starion.
Absolutely outstanding. I had the opportunity in March when we were out here for the site inspection for West Fargo to also come over here with Jeff.
There's a line drive, caught at second. Landon Meyer trying to wait in a breaking pitch and caught at second by Troffgruben, and quickly 2 down here in the top of the second.
So it just impressive facilities all the way around. It looks a little different now than it did in March. But you guys are so fortunate out here to have these kind of facilities and have the sponsorship and support that you get to make it happen.
Yeah, it does take a village, and it takes dollars to do that. And one strike here to Sam Oshak, and I know that the split bid is something different. Normally you want to have, like Rapid City had it the last 2 years, but the situation here with 400 hosting the state tournament, Oshak down the left field line, that will slice out of play, and quickly 2 strikes to count. So the split bid, I think, was different, but he went, this could work.
Yeah, it was something that Legion started doing a few years ago as the price got a little higher.
Yeah,
and to help
1-2 the count.
Help ensure that the right quality of facilities were available, and for Fargo to be able to do this 2 years in a row with these kind of facilities is, who wouldn't accept it?
And what are things that, like, if you got your checklist, what are things that you have to check all the boxes to host a tournament?
Well, it's a pretty extensive list. Starting with obviously a playing surface that is high quality. Surfaces all the way around. Obviously, you have to be able to collect a gate.
Outside, it's now 3-2 to Oshak here. 2 out, nobody on, top of the second, and 1-0 Post 2.
To support the host team, facilities for the umpires. It just go right down the list. Look at a top shelf college program, and you get a pretty good idea of what American Legion looks for when they're looking for a site. And to have this kind of activity in 6-8 miles apart.
Yeah, that's for sure. I was talking to a friend of mine that works in junior hockey, but he's from North Carolina, foul at the plate, and he helps out a little bit with the national tournament, the World Series in Shelby. And he kind of just helps out a little bit there, and I just kind of some of the stuff that he talks about, and I'm like, oh, okay, like I said, there's a lot of boxes you need to check, and it takes preparation, it takes planning, and And, it does literally take a village to make it work. 3-2. Another foul here is. We thank Sam Oshak for extending this at bat so we can continue the conversation here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I tell you what, this has been, like I said, I can't imagine this has been a good level of play, and then you add some of the best from the Midwest coming in. It's going to be a great field in West Fargo.
Yes, and
fly ball to left. Hussar comes in. He's got it in the 1-2-3 inning. Stick around. I've got some more questions for you, and I'm sure a few people do as well. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Klaus in the top of the second inning. Nothing across as we get through an inning and a half of play. It's Post 2-1, West Fargo nothing. State Championship Legion Baseball continues in just a moment.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Bottom of the second, Manly back out for the second inning. Fargo Post 2 leads 1-0. Paul Iverson, one of the tournament directors. Where's your home base, Paul?
I actually live in Minnesota now.
Okay.
We came back about 4 years ago from the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent 4 years working the Northeast Regional. Very fortunate there. And this will be my 7th Central Plains region.
Okay.
And all of the tournaments in the Central Plains have been very competitive. In the first 6 years, I think there was only one team that was a little weaker.
Mm-hmm. Well, the two of the combatants here, so two of the participants on the field here with West Fargo and Post 2, and like I said, they've kind of set the gold standard here, Post 2, with all the success they've had for decades and decades in West Fargo. What they've done in recent years, of course, you saw them in 21 and 22. Strike one here to leadoff batter Seth Wigestrand here in the bottom of the second inning. It is 1-0. A good feel. It's not completely set as of yet. It'll be set, I believe, by the end of today, correct?
Yes, by the end of the day, we should have all the names. One of the Minnesota will not be totally complete until later tonight, so that'll probably be the last one. But we should be good to go, know who's coming.
Mm-hmm.
We know 5 already, so we're just waiting for the last 3.
And I'd imagine for the teams here, maybe not so much for the teams close to home. And I say you get to be in a Central Plains Regional and sleep in your own bed. That's kind of a luxury, I think, for Post 2 and for West Fargo. But for ones that have to travel, it's a quick turnaround. You can see if you're clinching on Friday and Saturday, you gotta act and act quick.
Absolutely. They need to be into town, by early afternoon on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
To get checked in, go through orientation. We check all of the documents again just to make sure everything's good. So it's a pretty hectic day come Tuesday, and some of these teams turn around and get on a bus.
Leadoff walk to Wigestrand here as he walks in a 3-2 delivery from Manly. Paul Iverson will be one of the directors of the Central Plains Regional, working with West Fargo, Todd Rowe and his crew. Cooper Fuchs is the batter here, left-handed hitting right fielder. And so the process is set. Post 400 will host here in 25. When does the bidding go after that?
Those bids will go out at the end of this year for 26, 27.
Okay.
So probably a year from now they'll know.
Has there ever been a talk about maybe having it be kind of semi-permanent, or is obviously you've got Rapid City's a great facility. Sioux Falls had it in 21. Do you like moving it around? I guess what are the thoughts? I guess with some of the folks of the American Legion.
When you get to the why in the road, take it.
Yep.
There have been discussions, with the success in Shelby, of possibly doing that, but part of it is ensuring that you have an ability to deal with the host team.
Yep.
Because you can't have one host team year after year.
Right,
because
that's
they're
true.
in the tournament.
That's true.
And also availability of the facilities. So discussions, yes. Will it happen? Only the guys in Indianapolis know.
Gotcha. 2 balls, 1 strike. Time called as Fuchs at the plate. Runner at first, and nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Post 2 got 1 in the top of the first inning. Had the bases loaded, nobody out, and Ben Klaus able to work out a further damage. 1-0 as the lefty Manley comes set, and the delivery. It's in the air to left center field. Drifting back over into left center, now giving way in left. Kozadowski will make the catch. His peeling off was Leininger. And 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. So I was talking a little bit with Todd R about the banquet coming up Tuesday. That should be a lot of fun. And then tournament format for the first 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, and in all 14, potentially 15 games. And you've got umpires from around the region as well. And I imagine, much like the tournament directors, a little bit of merit there, I'm sure, as far as like selecting umpires and such and how they are chosen.
Yes, they're actually chosen nationally.
Okay.
Just like the offers to the staff, the national staff, because each region has a director, an assistant director, and a national scorekeeper.
Sure.
Those are all by offer, and umpires are done the same way.
Landon Troffgruben at the plate here with 1 man down. Wild pitch getting the runner to second. Called strike, 1-1. So Troffgruben in the number 8 spot here for West Fargo.
And it's interesting with umpires because they try to get somebody local. So we actually this year have 2 from Minnesota, 2 from Nebraska, 1 from North Carolina, and 1 from Nevada.
Yeah, Eric Guler is not too far. He's from the kind of the Lakes area of Minnesota, kind of out by Pelican Rapids way. Strike in 1 and 2. Very good official and umpire in a number of different sports. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Troffgruben. Tying run at second here as Wegestrand a leadoff walk, second at a wild pitch. West Fargo wins this. Tournament's over. If Post 2 wins, we'll have a second title game that would follow about roughly around 30 minutes after this first game completed. Dribbled foul, and these teams are in the field for the Central Plains Regional. Post 2 will play Wednesday at 3:30 versus the runner-up from Nebraska, and the host Patriots will play at 7 against the champions from Nebraska. South Dakota Championship, I believe, will be decided today. I believe Renner is in the driver's seat for that. So Renner is in the Sioux Falls area. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pick up play at second, and a close play there. Getting back just in time, Wegestrand.
Yeah, and I think the South Dakota game is in progress now also. So
keep an eye on that. So I was just talking about it just seems like the quality of baseball in the summer has improved so much. Are you seeing that too? And maybe not just here, but just throughout the region. They play a lot of games, and it is a serious commitment. But I think it shows in the results on the field.
I think it clearly shows out here in the Central Plains and probably the Northwest and the Mid-South and stuff, probably a little stronger than the Northeast, where there is so much competition for with other sports and a lot of travel ball. But
3-2 now.
One of the benefits of the Midwest, whether it's Nebraska, Dakotas, Iowa, whatever it is, there still is a big focus on baseball, town team ball, etc.
Yes, for sure. Minnesota, of course, such a strong town team tradition. Amateur baseball is it's probably as good as it is anywhere. In fact, that state amateur tournament a couple of weeks away. That goes till Labor Day, and a strikeout here, 2 down. Troffgruben down on strikes, 2 down, and I think with South Dakota, there's not a lot of high school baseball, so I think that's it. That's that. North Dakota, it just depends. We had a fairly decent spring. It was a little soggy, but we did get out there and play. But a lot of times that high school season, you might get a month if you're lucky.
Absolutely, and that's why Iowa's a little unique.
They play in the summer, yeah.
They play Legion in the spring when the weather's bad.
Yes, ball 1 to Trey Hussar.
And then they play their high school in the summer when the weather is better.
Yep. I was telling Todd Rowe the story. It was for the Jim Peterson tournament, which is spread out over it's home base is Jack Williams Stadium, but they play games here and in West Fargo and then over in Moorhead. And one of the Twin Cities teams that was here, Tri-City team out of the cities, I was talking to one of the coaches, and I says, "You guys like coming up here?" He said, "I love coming up here." He says it's just a different feel, a different vibe up here. And he says in the Twin Cities we have Legion baseball, but there's travel ball and there's so much going on. It just feels different here.
Absolutely true. And then when you're able to come here and play on facilities like this,
yep,
and what you see in West Fargo and other places around, it's incredible experience for the players.
We've kind of become facility rich here, and it has taken a lot of support and a lot of, I think, support from the communities. And with Pulse 400, they've got a good relationship with the CVB, Convention and Visitors Bureau. That certainly has helped. Same thing, I think, in West Fargo as well. I think Todd has built those relationships very much as well. So I think community support is here, and I think it's evident, and I think I think of Fargo Moorhead, they've got the big USA Wrestling Tournament in July. There's a lot of events here, so I think they're ready. They're ready for it. They embrace it. Pitch is low, and it's now 3-1 count here to Hussar, number 9 batter for West Fargo. 1-0 post 2 here in the bottom of the second inning.
And I would agree with you, because there's a real focus. People don't just come in and leave the programs out here.
Mm-hmm.
They come in and they're here a long time. They're supporting their program. And, so there's a consistency of what they're trying to do.
A walk to Hussar, so top of the order coming up here for the Patriots. Brody Medina flying to right in his first at bat. So West Fargo left a couple on in the first and trying to answer back and get the equalizer here in the second, down 1-0. Yeah, I think in this state, baseball rich. I think the ballpark in Bismarck gets a lot of use, and that's a good facility. And Williston, they're going to have the state tournament here for Legion next year, and they do such a great job. And hard to see, like I said, in a snow-covered land for 6 months out of the year. I think people like being outside. I think that's
right,
part of it. So I think that's a big part of it.
Heat is no problem, but
no.
I guess the biggest difference, having spent 30 years on the East Coast,
okay,
originally being from Minnesota, there was a great passion for baseball out there that has waned.
That's too bad.
You come back here, and the passion for the game is just incredible, and you see it in the coaches, you see it in the players. They enjoy playing this game.
How much? I guess where in Minnesota did you
originally from?
Yeah,
little town in the southeast corner.
Okay.
Down
kind of by Rochester.
Southeast of Rochester, a little town by Winona, actually, Rushford, Minnesota.
Oh, Rushford Peterson.
Absolutely.
Yep. So I worked in Minnesota for a number. That was one corner of the state I didn't get down to a lot. Was that corner? So I was in Litchfield and Marshall for a few years, and I really enjoyed my time there as well. So in fact, I'll be going down to the cities here for a couple of days after this is done tonight. So Brody Medina, the batter, 2 on, 2 out. It's Manley trying to work out of trouble here in the bottom of the second inning. And the pitch, ball 1. Let's see if we have some questions on the. Here we go. Renner's leading Brookings 6-0 in the 6th inning. As Renner holds on, they will represent South Dakota next week. So.
Yeah, I was talking to Chad Barman earlier today, and he said Renner is strong, very strong.
Check on the count here. There was a strike there, I think. I believe 2-1 here. We'll check on the count. 2 on, 2 out. There we go, 2-1. That scoreboard's kind of run by Wi-Fi, and every once in a while you keep pushing the button and it doesn't want to react. There we go, 3-1. 3-1 the count. Question is, can we find a live stream? I can't answer that. West Fargo Baseball on YouTube has that, so look that up. That will be the actually, if you go to West Fargo Baseball site, and they've got a page there in the Central Plains Regional, and I would encourage you to you can go there to check it out. 3-1 on the delivery. It is ball 4. They're loaded up. So yeah, if we go to the West Fargo baseball site, and that is westfargobaseball.com, and then go to the link. It's kind of towards the top of the page, Central Plains Regional. And you're going to stream all the games on the West Fargo Baseball YouTube page. So go check that out. A walk here to Medina. We'll load him up. 2 out. Caleb Deere hit by a pitch in his first at bat. This young man is a pleasure to watch. Center field in the outing he had. I don't think you were here. He threw a 1-hitter on Wednesday. 1 hitter and 68 pitches.
Wow.
That's
all you can say.
It was a clinic. It was a treat to watch. Manley left 2 out of the first and trying to work an escape act here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 0-1. It is low, 1-1 the count. I think any other information for the tournament next week that maybe we haven't touched on?
I don't think so. I think the plus out here is the folks around here are pretty attuned to what the regional tournament is, what it means, how it's conducted. So I would just encourage people to come on out.
Inside corner and a strike to Deere, 1-2. Wakestrand at third, Trey Hussars at second, Medina at first. Both teams working around base runners. As Post 2 got 1 in the first, left 3 on. Patriots left 2 on in the first, and Manley laboring, but trying to work out of this. 1 strike away. Settle the pitch. Working that inside corner again. Dribbled foul, 1 ball in 2 strikes the count. Manley now, that pitch count climbing. 30 here in the inning. Is at 47. 47 pitches, 23 strikes unofficially. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As in center, Jordan Leininger playing to the opposite field. He struck him out. That'll end the inning. High fastball there. And blows one past Deere as West Fargo threatens and turned away here in the bottom of the second. Paul, appreciate you coming up and looking forward to being over there next week. So
absolutely, it's going to be fun. People should come out, enjoy some baseball, and it won't be quite as hot. So
that's true.
That'll be good. But it's a pleasure to be in Fargo and be here for good baseball. So thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You bet. We'll go on to the top of the third. It is 1-0. We will come back with more in just a moment.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Mitzel Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitzel Magic Services. Mitzel Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitzel Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitzel Magic Services. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate-controlled hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full-swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Top of the third inning, a 1-0. So I appreciate that was very informative there. Paul Iverson, Jeff Gould with Post 400 will join us probably at some point when he's got a free moment, which hasn't been a lot. Ball 1 and then now ball 2. To Adam Leininger, reached on an error. A couple of errors started things off in the top of the first. 2 errors and an RBI single from Connor Holm, leading to the only run of the game to this point. Klaus delivers a strike, 2-1. As 32 pitches for Manley. He's at 49 through 2. Here's the delivery. Foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Klaus has set down 6 in a row after a wobbly start. Couple of errors in the field behind him. And some other, as we're talking about, Renner is leading Brookings. Right now, Renner in the driver's seat to represent South Dakota. Renner, which is basically just kind of an extension of Sioux Falls, 2-2 the count. Got a message here. South Dakota State tournament's been interesting. Rapid City lost out Thursday to Harrisburg. Harrisburg was the 1 seed. I did see that. They were eliminated yesterday. Now here, got the top 2 seeds, 2-2 in the delivery. There's a shot up the middle, and that is just over. Hopped over second base and in for a base hit. That's hit number 2 now for Fargo Post 2. That'll bring up Connor Holm, who's probably the most consistent hitter in this tournament for Post 2. Yes, I think we answered the question, and I was wondering that too about, could you put like a permanent site? Somebody like maybe Fargo or West Fargo or Rapid City. Post 2 might be another possibility as well. Pitch to Holm is high and away for ball 1. Holmes singled in a run in the first as he continues to stay hot. He's had a hit in each of the games here in the tournament. 1 ball to count. We're in the top of the third. Sunshine, a little bit of clouds here right now. A little bit of breeze today, but another warm day in store. And throw to first and the runner back. Safe there. Yep. All right. Now we've got the boss here, Jeff Gould, president of Post 400. That was. I said I think we answered we got a lot of answers, I think, on questions from Paul Iverson there, because we had a few on the chat, and we want a permanent home for the region tournament, and I think that's maybe something that's been entertained, but I feel like we learned a lot more than we did 10 minutes ago.
Well, yeah, Paul. What was the cartoon character, Mr. Know-It-All?
Yeah.
He does know it all. He's a good man. Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike the count here as cheating in at third, Brody Medina, in case there is a bunt, and there is. Back towards the mound. Klaus nearly crawled up his arm, and he throws it away. Off the sidewall, and all hands are safe. So an error there. The third for West Fargo is sacrificed, and an error on the pitcher. And that'll put runners 2 on here and nobody out in the top of the third for Charlie Kalbrenner. So we're getting to the tail end of this tournament. What have you learned? What are some things you got to work on?
Well,
what's the response been?
It's been really, really positive. It's been a learning experience, and we're trying to learn a bunch of things for next year for the regional. Mm-hmm. So it actually has been really, really positive. People from all over the state have, it feels like a state tournament. I had one guy say, I asked him, I said, how's it going? He says, I only have 1 complaint. I said, what's that? And he says,
want to call Brenner? They'll go to third. They got the out there. Nice play for number 1.
He said, my only complaint is in the parking lot when I park every time, there's about 6 golf carts ready there to pick me up. Do you pay them by the passenger? I said, no, I don't. I said, if that's the biggest complaint we got about the tournament, then we must be doing something right.
Yeah, I looked. I think it was a Wednesday night. It was at Minot and Post 2, and I looked, and I think I was before. Yeah, it was during the Bismarck West Fargo game, and I looked at Jesse and went, "That lot's full, man. That's we normally don't. We'll usually fill it up completely, but it was full to the brim on Wednesday night, and I went, that's okay. We can work around that.
Right, and the good thing is we kind of planned for that, and we had the overflow parking, so it with all the golf carts, people weren't having to walk too far, so it actually really went well.
By swinger to right, as in his tracks, Fuchs now wandering over towards the line and makes the catch, and there's 2 down. here in the top of the third. So Klaus trying to work out of trouble again, and Post 2, left 11 on yesterday, left the bases full in the first, and it just seems like, I'm sure knowing Luke Rusted, it's got to be frustrating just kind of going, yeah, we need.
Got to get the big hit.
Yeah, as I say, they got enough of them yesterday, but over time that can add up. Here's Doctor. So, like, what from a state tournament, say, to like a regional tournament, you've got this and this you got to worry about. How much more do you have to kind of elevate that when it comes to a regional?
Actually, well, I'll tell you next year.
Okay.
And I'm going over to West Fargo this week to try to learn. What we try to do is, let's not reinvent the wheel like we did here. When we were fortunate enough to make it to Shelby in 2021, I was like, jeepers, this parking is almost as bad as it is here.
Yep.
And we were going, it seemed like a mile away to park. And I'm like, man, this stinks. What a great venue, but I don't want to walk a mile. I mean, I was 50 years old. This is awful. And all of a sudden, all these golf carts come up, and I said, we're doing that when we got the state. I'm stealing that idea.
Check.
So a lot of the things we did here, it's things that we've stolen from other tournaments. And it was really neat.
Got him.
It was really neat yesterday talking to the NDSU coach. And he says, I've been to 3 state tournaments this last 3 days, and this one's my favorite.
All right, stick around. We've got some more questions for you. Two stranded here for Post 2. Pitch count stands at 59, and we'll come back with more. Bottom of the third inning coming up. 1-0 Post 2, and we'll be right back.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
It's 1-0 Post 2, and Brady Manley, who's been, I think you had the term, effectively wild. He worked around 3 walks in the bottom of the second inning. He'll face Brady Medina here in the bottom of the third. Jeff Gold from Post 400 Baseball here to talk a little bit about the state tournament here, and of course the regional. I think we got the regional covered between Todd and Paul. I think we've. I did have one. I forgot to ask Todd one question. You're mentioning parking. You got that lot right there at the Young Field, but I'm sure they've got enough spots around
across
there.
the street. There they have an additional 190 spots, and then I believe he has some overflow parking as well over by the what I would call Little Kid or Little League Babe Ruth Cal Ripken Fields.
I think the one thing is, I think for most of the, other than let's say that like the home teams here Post 2 in West Fargo, that the ones that can drive, I think most that kind of the traveling parties coming, and that's probably about it.
Right, and the teams in the metro area have been really good. We've had them park over over by the curling club and things like that, and then we have the golf carts just drive them up, which frees up another. Well, today it would be about 35, 40 spots, which is it's a good deal.
I think the thing that stood out the most, I was kind of wondering about the noon game yesterday. Even it was a winner's bracket game, and it was these two teams. And I looked and went, holy cow, there's people everywhere. This is great.
It was a great crowd.
Yeah, this is
and good baseball.
I think there's been one game of the 10-run rule's been 10, a drive in the right center, nice running grab, nice job there by Kalbrenner. Took a hit, maybe extra bases away and one down.
It's been a good term. I think we had one 10-run game.
Yep, that was very early.
A lot of tight games. But again, I think, in all honesty, these are the 2 best teams in the state.
Yes.
But heck, West Fargo was, Jamestown had them by the throat there for 6 innings, And they got out of it, but you gotta do that in a state tournament. You gotta maybe kind of steal one back that So it was, but it's been a good tournament because again, I thought coming into state tournament, 3 through 8, 9, there weren't many games separating them.
No, and I say Jamestown, I think was the one. I think you tip your cap to them as the 10 seed. I think Grand Forks. It's now 2 strikes here to Anderson, but I thought Grand Forks is improving. I was talking a little
100%.
bit. With Tom Dosh. His son Matt playing. Of course, Tom I've known for years, North Dakotan football coach at UND, and he's been my color man for football a few times. But he goes, for us to to come out and win that first game, got a baby steps in the program, and then it's like you just kind of have to, make progression as you can. You definitely know that once you sit here with 400.
Trust me, I know the feeling. I think my first year as a president, we won our first game and lost 30 in a row. So I think Russ, I believe somebody talked to Russ Crocious, who's the head of Legion Baseball in North Dakota, and he actually called me and says, you got to drop down. You got to get to A. And I told him, Russ, you're going to kill the program if you make us drop. I said, I got a group.
Yep.
I said, trust me, I got a group coming in, and we will make the state tournament the next year. I promise you. And we had a really good group come in, and we got to state, and then we won a couple games at state, and then the next year, their senior year, lo and behold, we're the Central Plains Regional Champs.
Anderson hit by the pitch, and it's kind of one of those. I always talk about progression, maybe with teams that you can see down the line. So you probably got ahead, probably a year or two ahead of schedule with that run in 21.
Very good, yes, we were.
Got a question for you. Will there be more upgrades planned to Starion Field before next year's Central Plains tournament?
Yes, for sure. You've seen the stands that were put in, obviously the padding and stuff. Next week or the week after, we'll be putting a deck in down the right field line. That'll be elevated about 3 feet. We'll be putting in additional high-top tables with some umbrellas and seating around that. We're also planning on, again, we're fighting to get the outfield turfed and make some changes to the fencing. So if anybody wants to make a major donation, I'm willing to answer my phone. But if not, we'll be doing, if not this fall, the next fall. But no matter what, we'll be doing some grading stuff out in the outfield as well, and making some significant improvements down the left field line with the patio.
1-1, Glinky foul, 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1-0 post 2 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As Manley has worked around base runners, he has left 5 on. That pitch count now north of 60. He's at 63 right now through 2 1/3. So both these teams pretty pitching rich. So there's plenty of bullets left in the chamber, so to speak, here if they need them. Chopper foul, and again I credit post 2 for bouncing back, and Bodenmeyer gave him 5 solid innings, and Kozadowski, I don't know if he's the quote-unquote closer, but boy, he comes in and shuts the door, and he's done that twice.
Yeah, he looks like a young Mariano Rivera here the last few days. He's been fantastic.
And the delivery downstairs in 2-2 the count, and I guess that your program, by comparison, is still kind of the infant, kind of the toddler of the group here, from what from all the history of Post 2 and with West Fargo. And I know you and Todd are close. You got a lot of I think a lot of similar ideas on what your vision is for the program.
We do. We bounce a lot of ideas off each other, and tell each other, hey, this went right, this went wrong, or when we're looking at doing a project. I mean, actually, some of the guys doing some of the projects here were guys Todd had hired over at Youngfield. So we talk a lot.
3-2. We'll see if Anderson moving here with 1 out. He is not, and a strikeout. Throw back to first, and getting back in times, and out number 2 there, and 2 away here now in the bottom of the 3rd. Seth Wigestrand to hit. Yeah, I talk about they haven't had many, I don't think any, like maybe Minot Jamestown was a little bit 11-6, but seems like it's 3-1, 5-4.
Very well pitched games.
Very well pitched games. I think not, an error here or 2 there, but overall not terribly sloppy, and a little bit surprising to see the Patriots with 3 errors here. early on in this stage of the game. And
I think that's more than they made the whole tournament.
Probably, I say yesterday they made every play on the field yesterday against Post 2. Set by Manley. Check the runner at first and up high and away. Oops, scoreboard.
I hope that's not my kid running it.
Yeah, I don't know. The scoreboard's out here for a second, so hopefully they'll. There we go. There it popped back up. 1-0 the count. The delivery. Outside 2-0. Yeah, the golf cart thing. I was telling somebody, I goes, I hope we don't tip one over here at some point during the week. But I thought it was some of our crew, but they've kept them on all four wheels. That's good.
Yeah, we haven't hit anybody yet.
3-0 the count here to Wigestrand. But yeah, looking forward to the Central Plains next week and being over there to check some of that out. And 3-0 on the pitch, strike to Wigestrand, and it's now 3-1 as Jordan Leininger will shade the batter into right center field. You kind of see up towards the top of your screen as West Fargo's definitely had some chances, but when Manley's needed outs, he's been able to get them. And ball 4. So a hit batsman and a walk, 2 on and nobody out. Manley now 4 walks and a couple of hit batsmen. And West Fargo has certainly had their chances. Looks like it's going to be a pinch hitter. Looks like Wrigley Gunderson will hit for Cooper Fuchs here.
Pinch hitting for Fuchs, number 23, Wrigley Gunderson.
So Gunderson, who got a pinch hitting appearance yesterday and did reach base as Gunderson actually got a walk, stole second, and scored on Hussar's single here. Hey, you're talking about it's kind of interesting. Yeah, you got the top 2 seeds, and they were kind of head and shoulders above the rest. But I was kind of waiting to see how he ended up with the final top 4 seeds in the final 4, and I wasn't so sure that was a sure thing.
The last few years, it typically hasn't. It
no,
seems
like
been
the 7.
The 7 seed's been the lucky 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's what we were in 2021, and Jamestown had a great run, and Williston last year made the Central Plains. And
I don't remember if they were an 8. I can't remember.
Think they were.
Yeah,
I think they were.
I remember they were in the play-in round. I said if Larry Grondal's watching, he would have the answer for you in about 2 seconds. But I believe they were the 8 last year when they made it to down to Rapid City.
Correct.
So Gunderson and the delivery. It is a strike going 2.
Have you ever done a game in Rapid City, Brad?
I never have. No, I have a.
What a facility.
Yes, I have a college roommate who has been in TV sports in Rapid City for a long time. And I know we have talked. He came back and visited. We actually were over watching a game at Concordia, not this past spring, but the spring before. And he hadn't been here in a long time. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the inning. But yeah, he says he's always thought minor league baseball would work, and I said not if Post 22 is involved. That will not happen. That will probably not happen. 2 left on. All right, you probably got to get back and take care of something.
Well, thanks for having me, Brad, and thanks for doing all the games and for all the hard work for us all season. We really appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. 1-0 here in favor of Post 2. We'll come back with the 4th after this.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Well, you look at the line score there, left on base. Both teams about ready to leave a small village out there. At least they're adding to it. 1-0. You look at the numbers. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Post 2. No runs, 1 hit, 3 errors for West Fargo. Wyatt Kozadowski nearly hit by the first delivery in ball 1. Correction, I appreciate the update. Williston was a 9 seed last year and then ended up runners up. Went on to the Central Plains in Rapid City. Klaus deals, chopper foul, 1-1. So I think we've had some good information there between Todd R, joined us prior to the game, Paul Iverson and Jeff Gould on the state tournament here. And the message I remember, Williston defeated Dickinson in extra innings, lost to Post 2, and then beat Jamestown, Minot, Bismarck, and West Fargo. I do remember they knocked out West Fargo. Striking 1 and 2. Here to Wyatt Kozadowski. Leininger and Landon Meyer to follow. So far, a run here in the top of the first is held up for Post 2, trying to get to a second title game. Popped up. Out back of second. It'll be Troffgruben out to make the catch. And 1 away. In the top of inning number 4. Charlie Laszowski is now in right field. Gunderson, who hit for Cooper Fuchs, and saw this yesterday. Gunderson pinch hit late, and Laszowski came in as a defensive replacement in right field. Strike to Leininger, and it's 0-1. Jordan flying to right in his first at bat. One correction on that: if we do have a second championship game, here's a shot out to second, and just out of the reach of Troffgruben. He does pick it up, but no play. Leininger will have a base hit. They will actually, if we do have a second championship game, if Post 2 wins here, they will flip to see who is the home team is. So I was thinking West Fargo. I knew for this game with West Fargo, the unbeaten team, that they would be the home team, but they'll flip if we do have a second championship game. More to come on that. Here's Landon Meyer, lined to second in his first at bat. Up until championship day, it's higher seeds, the home team. Just for simplicity purposes, strike 1 to Landon Meyer. Message here, all turf would be a big upgrade, being the first full turf field in eastern North Dakota. Yeah, young field. Actually, Castleton is in progress there. That is, after the baseball season ended there, they are going to have a full turf facility on the school campus, which they do use for summer baseball as well. Western North Dakota has 4 all-turf field, 2 more on the way. Now what, Dickinson and Bismarck outside. Corbett out in Minot. Corbett gets a lot of use. Between Legion Ball and now the Northwood League team there. 1-1 to Meyer. 2 hits make it 3 hits now off the right-hander Klaus. 2-1 now to Meyer. I appreciate the messages there, and hopefully we've answered most, if not all, your questions on those, but appreciate you tuning in today. 2-1 the count. Runner at first, 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Runner goes, pitches a strike, throw there. The slide, no, the throw not handled, and a stolen base. Pitch was a strike, so 2-2 to Meyer. Stolen base now for Jordan Leininger with 1 out. Throw there, and Troffgruben had to just leave his feet just enough to try and catch that and try to catch and get the tag in just about in one motion and off his glove. 2-2. And the pitch. Chopper, left side. Nice job cutting across is Medina at third and throws him out. Out number 2. Meyer retired with that high hopper. 2-away, and it'll bring up Sam Oshak. Oshak reaching on an air, scoring in the first, and flying to left in the second inning. Again, another one of these situations where Post 2, 1 hit would do the trick, or just anything at this point. Wild pitch, an error somewhere along the way, just trying to manufacture another run here. Got one left him loaded in the first, a 1-2-3 second for Klaus, and left 2 on in the third. Just missed outside, 2-0 the count. Dickinson does not have full turf, it's half turf. I have not been out there. I hear it's a great facility. The delivery. There's a strike. I forgot about Mandan. Mandan with the State Aid tournament going out, they do have all turf. I've been out there in recent years. Watford City is full turf. They had the State Aid tournament 2 years ago. Castleton won it that year. Yeah, they say Watford City is that's become facility rich thanks to the oil boom. 2-1 the count. Sanford Sports in Bismarck. Yeah, you see that off the interstate, off of 94. Chopper out to short. Nice big hop for Wigestrand, and throws him out, and that'll end the inning. So Post 2 down here in the fourth. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 stranded. 74 is the pitch count for Klaus, 15 in that fourth inning. So 74 through 4, we're halfway home. It's 1-0 Post 2. We continue with the Class AA State Championship. It comes up after this on MSPN Digital Television.
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings Go? The Hankster! Hank! What?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Yeah, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs.
Okay, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go delivered, but did he get 6 free wings?
Yeah.
No! That's why I love bourbon barbecue wings!
Wow. That was something.
You didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I used to sing on cruises.
What made you stop?
The cruises. Bourbon barbecue wings!
Mitzel Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitzel Magic Services. Mitzel Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitzel Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitzel Magic Services.
Leading off the bottom half of the fourth for West Fargo is second baseman Landon Troutgruben.
Landon Troutgruben to lead things off for the West Fargo Patriots. 1-0 Post 2. Brady Manley has worked around all kinds of traffic in the bases through 3 innings, stranding 7 runners through 3. And ball 1 here, 1-0 the count. Oh for 1, Troutgruben struck out to end a would-be threat in the second, and the delivery is popped up here. Who would like it? Out back of the mound, it'll be the shortstop home to take charge and catch for out number 1. So 1 away in the fourth. Trey Hussar, the batter.
Left fielder Trey Hussar.
Trey walked in his first plate appearance. A couple of runs batted in for Hussar yesterday. Hit by a pitch with the bases full. That was part of the 5-run second inning. And a big hit, 2-out hit to right in the number 9 hole. The delivery, he tries to bunt. Offering at it and pulled back. 1 ball the count. Talked about with Grayson Doctor. He's a Class B athlete. Went to Oak Grove. Hussar's from Northern Cass, which is just north of Fargo, rural Cass County. Strike it. It's 1-1. Baseball, basketball, and track for the Jaguars. He'll be a senior next year. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball. Nice job at first by Doctor. Flip to Manley covering, and ball dropped. Hussar was going to beat it anyway. Looked like he was going to beat him with a bag and safe at first. It'll be a base hit. Manley looked like he was late to get there to cover, and the throw was not handled anyway, but I think the scorer next door, I think, kind of think of the same thing, as he was going to beat that anyway. So infield hit for Hussar is the second hit for the Patriots. Top of the order now. And Brody Medina Boy, Medina was good yesterday at the plate against Post 2 as he had 3 singles, including a 2-run hit and the 5-run second inning. Hussar a good lead and the delivery. Ground ball, that is through the hole. Base hit left field. Hussar to second. And first pitch swinging. Brady Medina seeing eye single through on the left side. And here come the Pats again. 2 on, 1 out for Caleb Deere. So now you have meat of the order coming up here. 2 on, 1 out as Jordan Rose going to ask for time here, and he's going to bring his runners over. And Deere and Post 2 assistant pitching coach Gunnar Lindsted's going to take a time to talk with his team as well. So I don't think this will be considered a official visit because I kind of saw Jordan Rose signal for time there. So Gunnar's going to have a word with his team, and much like Jordan Rose will with West Fargo. Well, looking out beyond the outfield fence, and there's 3 by the foul pole. Got a crew out by the batter's eye. I don't know if they should be there or not, but they are. Got some out in left center field enjoying the shade and enjoying this championship matchup here in the Class AA title game. Deere has been hit by a pitch and struck out, and he jumps on the first pitch and fouled away. 1 strike the count. We have any in right field. There's a couple over there. Got them spread out all over the ballpark. Great atmosphere for this final day of the AA state tournament. Starion Bank Field in Fargo. Fly ball to right center. They had him shaded about right as Jordan Leininger will give way to Kalbrenner, and Charlie makes the catch for out number 2. So they get the ever dangerous Caleb Deere there. 2 away, and it'll be up to Brady Medina. Manley has been kind of wildly effective. When he's needed to get outs, he's been able to get the job done. He's at 83 pitches right now, 45 strikes, 4 walks, 3 hits, a couple of hit batsmen. There's been traffic all over the bases, but nobody has found their way home yet. Ball 1 to Medina, singled in the first, line to right in the third. Trey Hussar at second. Brody Medina at first here with 2 down. In the bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0 Fargo Post 2. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just missed away. Trying to work those corners, 2-0 the count. He has 4 strikeouts. Got Troff-Gruben and Deere in the second. Got Gunderson and Glinke in the third. Actually, the strikeout of Deere was the one I think I misspoke earlier. The strikeout to Deere ended things in the second, not to Troff-Gruben. Fly ball left center field. Hit well but playable. Jordan Leininger makes the catch. And that will end the inning. So a couple of hits, but no damage done. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 2 runners left on. It's still 1-0 in favor of Post 2 through 4. We'll be back with more from Starion Bank Field in just a moment.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Leading off the top half of the fifth for Post 2, catcher.
Out of the top of the fifth inning, Adam Leininger will lead things off here. Adam Leininger, Connor Holm, and Charlie Kalbrenner in the top of inning number 5. Leininger has reached base twice, once on an error, and then a single to lead off the third inning. Klaus deals, foul just over the netting and over our broadcast location, strike one. Each team 3 hits, 3 errors for West Fargo, and that's been not like the Patriots in this tournament. In the air to left center field. Out goes Wegestrand. He will peel off, and in comes Trey Hussard. Makes the catch. And one away here in the fifth. So the south wind today maybe affecting a little bit of fly balls, but we haven't had a ton of solid contact. Here's Holm. RBI single in the first. And sacrificed and reached at an error. Sacrifice and a throwing error by Klaus got him on base. Overhand curve, not quite 12-6, maybe about 2-6, but it's good for a strike. And it is 0-1. Check out the Class 8 tournament going on. And an update on that. Mandan A's and Valley City playing as a ball makes it 1-1. Knocked out 2 teams yesterday in the field there. Montfort City, one of them. High hopper out to second. Trough Grubin throws him out. 2 down. Klaus set down 6 in a row from the first to the second. 4 in a row set down. And that will bring up Charlie Kalbrenner. Two-way, Kalbrenner has walked and reached out a fielder's choice. He actually attempted a bunt back to the pitcher, and that was really a... They'll got him out on a play at third. That was really kind of the game changer in that inning. They had 2 on, nobody out. Klaus with a nice defensive play there. Now an update. In fact, that has gone final. Mandan eliminating Valley City 5-1, so the Mandan A's still alive in that tournament. That eliminates Valley City. If you haven't followed the middle division, Valley City was the number 9 seed in the East Region tournament. They take 4 out of each region for state. And with a 9 seed, got their way, played a great East Region tournament. A lot of pitching and defense, 3-0 the count. That was up at Jack Williams Stadium. Post 2 did a fine job hosting that tournament. Was up there for a portion of that. 3-0 the count. Wind and Klaus deals. It is a strike. Get me over strike. And now 3-1.
Benny.
3-1 pitch. Good breaking pitch over. Strike 2. String is out now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 walk for Klaus. 3 hits. That run he surrendered in the first was unearned. Here's the payoff. Foul tip. We'll do it once more. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the fifth. About 90 minutes into this one. Post 2 wins, we will have a second winner-take-all title game. Probably about 30 to 40 minutes after completion of this one. If West Fargo wins, we are all dismissed. 3-2, ball 4, a 2-out walk. Or no, strike three, correction on that. Got him on the outside corner. So a strikeout there. Late call by Justin Farkas and gets Kalbrenner there. So strike three, had to wait on the call. In a 1-2-3 inning. Klaus now at 86 through 5. And we'll be right back as we come back here for the last of the 5th inning. So that will end the frame. The second 1-2-3 inning of the game. Still 1-0. Post 2 at the edge. After 4.5, Manly out for the 5th. We'll be back in just a moment.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Oh, come on! You gotta box out! That's the problem with kids these days. No fundamentals.
Fundamentals?
Yeah, it's not that hard. You just gotta box out! Box out! Box out! Oh, look at this guy. He can't get past me. I'm letting my hooves because I'm a Buffalo. Box out! Double box out!
Game's gonna be that way.
Box out! See what I'm saying? It's just fundamentals. What? What's wrong with your faces?
Last of the 5th, Caleb Anderson. With Glinke and Wigestrand to follow here, Brady Manley has gotten it done through 4. Strike inside corner 0-1 with. If somebody needs a 1-2-3 inning, it would be the post 2 left-hander. He has gotten through a lot of traffic. 9 left on through 4. Here's the pitch. 1-1 missed outside. Anderson set into a fielder's choice and then hit by a pitch. He's worked around 4 walks, couple of hit batsmen, 3 hits, and not a bushel full of solid contact. 2-1 the count. And an update, Renner beat Brookings 8-0 for the South Dakota State Championship. So Renner will be up in the Red River Valley. They'll be over at West Fargo. Play starting Wednesday at Young Field. 2-1, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike the count.
Let's go, Andy.
Just a great atmosphere, great environment here at Starion Bank Field. We got fans kind of spread all over the place here, enjoying some great Legion baseball. Ball 4, and a leadoff man on for the Patriots here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That'll bring up Jackson Glinke. Glinke has flied to right and struck out. A couple of hits yesterday against post 2. You wonder who might be next here for post 2 as Manly over 90 pitches, so this might be, if he can get through the 5th, his final inning. 105 is the pitch limit for the day. Klaus right now, it's 1-2-3 inning at 86. He probably earned himself one more inning. Bunt is on. Bunt up the first base line. Shock out of the catcher's crouch quickly and makes the play in foul territory, and 1 strike the count. So I appreciate the update there on the South Dakota tournament. Class A, so with Mandan knocking out Valley City. Devils Lake in the Bismarck Reps will be next. It's another elimination game. Devils Lake was the 1 seed in the regular season out of the East. Ended up as the 3rd seed for the tournament as they were upset by Valley City early on. Bunt foul by Glinke, and he's tried twice and unable to put it in play. 2 strikes to count.
Let's go, Glinke.
Wigestrand on deck. One thing with West Fargo, we talked about that yesterday. They had a lot of great at-bats. They were very patient early with Jordan Leininger with his control troubles, but they rarely give up at-bats. 0-2. Ground ball foul, 2 strikes the count. We have not seen West Fargo put runners in motion too much against the lefty Manley, and with Adam Leininger, not Oshak, but Adam Leininger behind the plate. 2 strikes. Leininger sets up just on the edge of the plate. Little tapper over the mound. Holm to the bag for 1. On to first. High throw and safe. Safe at first, and Glenke's on. Just missed on a chance for 2. They do get an out on a high hopper as Holm played it right at the bag, and throw took off on him. So 1 out. Here's Wegestrand. 2 walks for Seth today. Knocked in a run against Bismarck Wednesday. Wegestrand yesterday against Post 2, 1 for 4, singled and scored in the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch. An emergency hack there at a foul strike. 0-1 the count. Each team 3 hits. Outfield kind of medium deep throughout. Jordan Leininger a couple of steps into right center field. And the delivery. Foul. Off to the right now to play. 2 strikes to Wegestrand. Now with should be Charlie Lashowski on deck, and it is. So he came in as a defensive replacement. A couple of innings back. The delivery here, Wegestrand fouled away again. 2 strikes the count.
Keep after it, Wiggy. Go, Wiggy.
2-strike pitch once more, missed high and away, 1-2.
All right, Wiggy.
West Fargo left 2 on in the first, left them loaded in the second, left 2 more on in the third and the fourth. 1-2, got him, swing and a miss, and a strikeout. And there's 2 down. Elevated a fastball there and got him to the chase. Here's Charlie Lashowski. So Lashowski hitting for the first time. Defensive replacement in the fourth for Fuchs. Started, got 1 at bat, then Wrigley Gunderson pinch hitting in the third, and
coming to the plate for West Fargo, number 12, Charlie Lashowski.
And I make the announcement here for Lashowski. And that'll be his first at bat. I believe his first at bat of the state tournament. It was a defensive replacement late yesterday against Post 2. Yeah, did not get an at bat. Gunderson pinch hit in the 6th. So Lashowski digs in. Now a 2 out. And a man on here in the 5th inning. Oh, 43 wins for Post 2, 43-6. And for West Fargo, the Patriots. Strike 1 here. Patriots overall 35-12. Nearly 80 wins combined between the two. That's pretty good baseball. 1 strike. And 1-1 the count. These programs 2020 Post 2-1. There was no regional or national tournament because of COVID. They just played a statewide schedule, and it was Senior Babe Ruth that year during the COVID summer. Let's hope we never have to deal with that again in our lifetime. 2-1. We did it, but boy, it wasn't always fun. 2-1. Trough Grubin on deck, but 2 down here in the last of the 5th. And missed down and in. 3-1. So 3-1 to Lashowski. Post 2 won the state tournament. That was in Bismarck that summer. And the pitch fouled away. So string out, 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Should be traveling time for the base runner. with Glinke from first. In fact, Doctor will play behind him now with the full count, 3-2. Runner takes off, ball 4, first and second. And now 2 down. Let's check on Manley's pitch count here. As he is, see if he's at the century mark, and Gunnar Lindstedt will come out for a visit here as batter will be Landon Trofgruben. Manley, yep, he has reached his pitch limit. That was his last batter. He had 106 unofficially, so he has reached his finish line. So he'll get the baseball, and he'll get a nice hand. And I believe it's going to be Stimson on here for Fargo Post 2. So Beckett Stimson will come on. He's side-arming right-hander. We got a couple of outs against Minot. This will be his second appearance of the tournament, and he will try and get out of trouble here in the 5th. 2 on, 2 out. New pitcher on for Post 2, and we'll pause. 1-0 Post 2, and it is Beckett Stimson on for Fargo Post 2. So Stimson, 2/3 of an inning against Minot. He will be asked to get a big out here in the 5th. We'll be right back.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
So Beckett Stimson is the new pitcher. Let's see if we have any other defensive changes here as well for Fargo Post 2. So Stimson on, 4 2/3 innings for Manley, 3 hits, so far no runs. He's on the hook for the 2 base runners. 6 walks, 5 strikeouts. Aiden Wolf will hit for Landon Trofgruben. So number 4, Aiden Wolf is the pinch hitter. So Jordan Rowe trying to answer the pitching change with a swap of his own. Trofgruben 0 for 2 while he was in there. The side-arming right-hander Stimson deals. It is a strike. 0-1.
All right, let's go, Aiden.
So Wolf at a key spot here. 2 on, 2 out, last of the 5th. And the delivery, it is just inside. 1-1 the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Back at champions in recent years, a lot of Post 2 in West Fargo. They've dominated things. Championship last year, Post 2 beat Williston 16-7. Don't think we're going to get to that point today. And the delivery. Down low, 2-1 the count. Championship 2 years ago, West Fargo beat Jamestown, who was the 7th seed that year, 2-1. Jamestown lost to Mandan on that Friday. And then lost. West Fargo had to kind of come through the back door to get to Rapid City that year, 2 years ago. 2-1, Stimson deals. It is a strike, 2-2. 2-2 to the pinch hitter, Wolf. It's like defensively, other than the pitching change, everything else has stayed as is for Post 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here it comes. Ground ball to third. And Beiswinger race to third, and he will win that race. He will beat Glinke to the bag. And the inning is over. Third unassisted to take care of Glinke, and West Fargo turned away again here in the 4th. Couple of bases on balls, no runs, no hits, 2 errors. He can close the book on Manley. We'll get to his final line. Has 5 pitches for Stimson. And that'll do it here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Through 5, it remains 1-0 Post 2 over West Fargo in this state Class AA championship, at least championship number 1. We'll be back with more in just a moment from MSPN Digital Television.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings Go? The Hankster! Hank! What?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Yeah, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs.
Okay, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go delivered, but did he get 6 free wings?
Yeah.
No! That's why I love bourbon barbecue wings!
Wow. That was something.
You didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I used to sing on cruises.
What made you stop?
The cruises. Bourbon barbecue wings!
Klaus out for the 6th. Couple of defensive changes now for West Fargo. Aiden Wolf, who pinch hit for Troffgruben, is now at third base. That will move Brody Medina to second. Klaus out for the 6th. He's at 86 pitches, so maybe one more inning left before he gets to his pitch limit. Weiswinger will lead things off for post 2 in a drive foul down the right field line. That'll land beyond the bullpens, and strike one. You gotta go back to, that's kind of looking back at the state champions and runner-up, now 0-2 here. Klaus approaching 90 pitches. He had over 30 in the first inning. And he got him. Strike 3, and Weiswinger is down on 3 pitches. One away. As Weiswinger strikes out for the second time, 0-3 today. That'll bring up Grayson Doctor. Manley 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits, no runs. Walked 6, hit 2, struck out 5, 106 pitches, and as it stands, right now in line for the win. 1 ball to Grayson Doctor, who was fanned twice. Klaus 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Through 5 1/3, 3 hits allowed, and a strike. 1-1 the count, so we'll see. Curious to see if Stimson comes out for the 6th, or if Luke Rusted and Gunnar Lindstedt decide to go a little deeper into that bullpen. Stimson, who got 2 big outs against, he came in for Kalbrenner on Wednesday, got 2 big outs to get him to the end of the inning, and Kozadowski was dominant the rest of the way. Here's a base hit for Doctor to right field. Lashowski gets over there, and Grayson Doctor with a base hit. Hit number 4 now for post 2. Wyatt Kozadowski, the batter, has struck out and popped his second. I think we're going to have a, well, we have a pinch runner. Looks like we will, as Doctor being lifted for somebody. There we go. As runner coming in for Fargo post 2. Caleb Brigham will run it first. So Brigham into the game now is Kozadowski popped his second in his first at bat. So Kozadowski kind of fighting it a little bit. 0 for his last 8. And the delivery. There's a strike. 0-1. There's a game that kind of, I think, a post 2 West Fargo type of game, this might be it. Maybe not as many, low scoring anyway in that regard. Maybe not quite as many base runners. Strike at 0-2. Each team has, West Fargo's left a small village out there. 11 through 5. 6 left on for post 2. Klaus, before that base hit, he had set down 6 in a row before Doctor's single. Now Brigham Kind of working the new guy over at first, throw to first and the runner back. You see that a lot. Pinch runner comes in and they just you're going to see if he's stretched out and ready to go. 0-2. That's almost like a chess match with the base runners there, where especially if you get like a pinch runner in like late in the game, such as we have here, is they keep throwing over there and they keep extending that lead a little bit. It's a chess match. You think you can keep throwing over here? I'll show you. 1-2. So what makes this game, they got him caught there. As Glinke is stutter step by Pregame, they'll flip it back. As Wegestrand runs him back, and do they get the tag? They did. Glinke the tag, and he's out. That chess match won by West Fargo there as Jonas Sanders, the first base coach, probably could have made a case, or he's trying to make the case, I think, for runner interference. 1-3-6-3.
All right, let's go, Benny.
On the pickoff, and 2 down. Pregame didn't just immediately take off for second. He kind of stopped in midstream. There is strike 3 on the outside corner. That'll end the inning. Kozanowski out on strikes. Klaus faces the minimum 3. He's at 97 pitches through 6, so he's got a handful left to come out for the bottom of the 6th inning. Now Luke Rusted giving Justin Farkas an earful, and I don't know if it's a strike zone question or maybe on that on the rundown play as well. But the inning comes to a close. We are through 5.5. It is 1-0 in favor of Post 2. We will come back with more as Stimson out for the 6th. We'll be back after this.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
Trey Hussar will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. It's getting late for the Patriots. 1-0. Beckett Stimson out for the 6th. The side-arming right-hander deals. Hussar, ground ball foul. 1 strike the count. Don't see a lot of side-armers at this level, but they can be very effective. They keep the ball down, just beat it into the turf, and let the defense around you get the job done. Stimson deals. Down low, 1-1. Hussar walking an infield hit from the number 9 spot, so he's been on base twice. Hussar, Medina, and Caleb Deere for the West Fargo Patriots here in the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball to first. Nice job at first, and to the bag in time for the out. Kalbrenner is now at first base for Post 2.
Third baseman, Brody Medina.
And 1 down. I'll bring up Medina, so get the defensive changes. So Kalbrenner is now at first, moving in from right field. Pregame, I believe, is at second now. Called strike, and it is 0-1 here to Brody Medina. Started at third, he's now at second. We'll check those defensive changes. Be a new right fielder in for Post 2. Flaszowski moved to first. 1-1 the count. Love the Game Changer app, but it does freeze on me once in a while, and it comes at inopportune times. 1 moment, please. Outside, it's 2-1. We'll try this once more. 1-0 Post 2, bottom of the 6th inning. Medina has singled, and a base hit to left, and he has a base hit into right center. It's into the alley. And the ball is overrun on in right center, and to second goes Medina, tying run there with 1 out. Landon Meyer is now in right field as he tried to chase that ball down.
Center fielder.
And it will be a double as he tried to cut it off. I want to see he overran it. He tried to backhand it, keep it in play. I believe they will give Medina a double on that. They have not put an error up on the board. So a double for Medina. That'll bring up Caleb Deere. Pick-off play at second. Wild throw, and Pregame able to chase that ball down. So defensively, Meyer moves from second to right. Pregame, who ran for Doctors at second, and Charlie Kalbrenner is now at first base for Fargo Post 2. Those are your defensive changes. Deere has been hit by a pitch, struck out and flying to right. Nothing for 2. Stimpson deals. It is a strike.
Go there! Go there!
Strike 1. Lining her well into right center field. Big gap in left center. Boy, a strike there. 0-2. Got the plate at the knees in a good location there from Stimpson. Kind of the inner half of the plate. 2 strikes the count. Tying run at second. West Fargo has left 11 on so far this afternoon. In the dirt, catcher trying to find it, and on to third on the wild pitch. Adam Leininger knocked it down. He looked behind him, it wasn't there, and it was in front of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner moves to third now with 1 out. So he almost did his job too well there. He knocked it down, and sometimes it's a harrowing feeling. You know that ball's there somewhere. You got to go find it. Here's the pitch. Oh, inside hit him. So hit by the pitch. Oh, wait. Oh, well, hold on now. We'll see. It came inside. Justin Farkas is going to ask for help. Deere claiming it hit him. Justin Farkas, I think, kind of going by sound, wondering if it hit the bat. He does have kind of the protective. He's got some kind of armor there on his elbow. And it was a hit bat. I think that's what it hit. I think it hit the elbow pad. And a good job there by Justin to ask. And I think he just wanted to say, "Oh, just give me a minute here. I need some assistance." And it came inside. If you go by sound, I could definitely understand why he thought it hit the bat. And trip to the mound coming. Out will come Gunnar Lindstedt once more. I think he has like a protective kind of pad over his elbow, and I think that's what it hit. What's that? Okay. Okay, sure. Okay, yeah. So first and third now with 1 out. So runners on the corners and 1 out. So that will bring up, it's a hit batsman there. That'll bring up Brady Medina. Singled in the first, line to right in the third, flied to center in the fourth. So 1-0 in favor of Post 2. Runners on the edges, 1 out. Double played up the middle. They'll hold on with Deere at first. And the delivery in the dirt, ball 1. So 1-0 the count. Outfield straight away for the most part. And I'll be curious to see if they maybe get Deere in motion here to try and stay out of the double play. He has great speed over there, and the throw to first, and I think Post 2 might be thinking the same thing. Try to get him, move him over. Perhaps to try to get that go-ahead run into scoring position as well. Another opportunity here. Deere's offline drive off the glove of Stimpson. It's into right center for a base hit. The game is tied. Deere ends up at third. And the Pats put the wheels in motion and even it up at 1. Off the glove of Stimpson, maybe been that close for a double play, and out comes Stimpson. We are even at 1. Gunnar Lindstedt out for a visit once more, as that will bring up Caleb Anderson. Stimson got a glove on it. It looked like it was Pregame that was going to cover second. It went off his glove and went into right center field. And again, a lot of moving pieces there. And if you're West Fargo at this point, we got to try something. We've had runners all over. We've got to put the pressure on, and they did. And Deere never broke stride. Gets to third. And that'll bring up Caleb Anderson. Conference of the mound comes to a close. And the Pats finally cracked the code here in the 6th. So 1-1 here in the 6th. Still runners on the corners again. Here's the set and the delivery inside. Did that hit him? It did. Just nicked him, and that will load them up. And 1 out. Here is Jackson Glinke.
All right, Jackson.
And really for post 2, that's it fills the bases. It's not entirely the end of the world. Now you've got to force at every base. So Glinke 0 for 3. Infield in at the corners, back up, well, about halfway. Brighama's about halfway at second. Stimson deals. Ground ball out to short. Flip to second. Brigham on to first. They do turn it and get out of it, and we are tied. One swing just like that, but not before West Fargo evens the game. Stimson able to get him to roll one over. 1-1 as we head to the top of the 7th. As West Fargo does even the game, we'll come back with more in just a moment. This is coverage of the State Class AA Legion Baseball Tournament on MSPN Digital Television. We'll be back with the top of the 7th in just
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
So we head to the top of the 7th. It is a 1-1 tie with post 2 in West Fargo, as Jordan Leininger will lead things off. Another guest in the booth with us, a post 2 Hall of Famer, and he does roam around the ballpark here once in a while. Around here at, well, kind of both up north and down here at Starion. Ty Devine, thanks for coming in.
I'm not sure. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're on. You're loud and clear.
I'm sorry. Live in South Fargo now, but grew up in North Fargo and spent a lot of time down at Jack Williams.
Fly to left and caught by Hussar. One pitch and one out here in the top of the 7th inning. And, well, your thoughts on this one? This is your it's a championship game. You kind of know that, you know, they're going to play next week in the regional here. But, boy, don't tell these teams. There's a lot going on. There's a lot moving parts of this one.
Absolutely. Definitely hoping for a second game here, and who knows what it'll come down to, but it's just great day for baseball.
No question about it. One strike the count here, so well, you've got to have Don Bryan stories, I'm sure, up the wazoo.
Yep.
Foul away and 2 strikes here for Landon Meyer. He's 0 for 2, but you know, I'm always just impressed with the legacy of this program, and whether it's changed hands, and you know, from Jerry Harder, who you played for, and Jeff Fichtner is over here now. To what Luke has done, it just amazes me that it just don't miss a beat over the years.
You know what? I'm so happy for Luke. I know he won his 500th game. Coach Harder would be so proud of him. And you know what? This is great for baseball in town, having 8 teams now with Post 2, Post 400. Great rivalry. A lot of good players and coaches on both sides. So,
2-strike pitch as strikeout here. 2 down. As Klaus getting close to that pitch limit. As 2 away for CM Oshak, the designated hitter. Klaus at 102, so this could potentially be the end of the line for him. That's one thing you didn't have there was there were no pitch counts back in
that's
those
why
days.
we did so well with Tim Sandy, Rick Helling. I don't know how much they pitched, but it was anytime they did, it was a victory for us.
Oshak at 0-1 as 0 for 3. Oshak reached on an air and scored back in the first. So delivery up and in. So this will be the last batter that Oshak faces. So this, I believe, is 104. West Fargo, check the bottom of the 7. The order that they will have should be 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order. Ball inside, and it's now 2-1. Now, back was it mostly kind of a statewide schedule then too? I mean, obviously you just had Post 2, but there was West Fargo. Who was like your main rival?
Oh boy, with Jamestown, loved playing Jamestown.
Oh sure,
they had a lot of great. Jeff Gould, president of Post 400,
yes.
was 88 Jamestown. I was 89 with 6, 7 of us from Shanley on Post 2.
2-2. Little tapper to third, charging. Fielding is Wolf, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, so Klaus gets through 7 and a 1-2-3 inning. Stick around, we will come back for the bottom of the 7th inning in a 1-1 tie. Post 2 in West Fargo. We're back with more from Starry & Bank Field in just a moment on MSPN Digital Television.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and
1-1 ties. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Seth Wigestrand to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th, and Beckett Stimson is out for the last of the 7th here for Post 2. Wigestrand takes a strike, 0-1, and so did you play in the Central Plains Regional?
We sure did.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't remember. It was Omaha, and then we had to fly right to the World Series and maybe Iowa.
Okay.
No, Millington, Tennessee was the World Series for us.
Okay.
So
2 strikes the count. I'm trying to remember, Moorhead made it, like I said, Bucky Burgow answer. It was 8. He coached, I think that was 88.
88. They beat us in New Ulm. We didn't face them, but they won New Ulm, and they went on to win a couple games in the World Series that year. So we were happy for them because I think in my career, I think our team went 12-0 against Moorhead.
Yeah, so strike 1. And if I remember right, and I'm getting old, that they faced Pete Rose's kid in one of the games in the Legion World Series.
That is true. Yep. I remember hearing that.
Pete Rose Jr., I believe. Lashovsky will hit with 1 out. So a strikeout there for Stimson. So he, great job coaxing that double play off the bat of Glinke, and he delivers a strike here, 0-1. So yeah, if we get to extra, we could be looking at extra innings here, and you have to think about a second game here potentially. Lashovsky to first, down to Winnie and Kalbrenner for out number 2. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. That'll bring up Aiden Wolf. Yeah, I just think, Post 2 has had they've had the regional here, I think the Legion World Series way back when.
Yeah, maybe 95. I know I coached the Bombers for 3 years when I was done there, and the 92 team was in the World Series. I think 95 was at home at Jack Williams.
You think about it, too. I mean, the Bombers have been around a long time, but you think about what West Fargo's done with their program, 400 coming in, and you thought, well, it's going to take players away. No, I disagree. It's added opportunities for guys to play.
Absolutely. Fargo's grown so much since back in the late 80s. 70,000 people in town. Now what are we, over 250,000? So thank goodness there's that much more opportunity for kids to play baseball.
2-0 the count, and Stimpson to Wolf, who came in the 5th, pinch hit, stayed in the game, hit for Trough-Grub, and 2-1 the count. I think that's it. As the city has grown, as the community, the area has grown, more opportunities. Get kids out of the house.
Absolutely. West Fargo's had a great program. Back when I played, our big rivalry out west was Bismarck and Minot, probably.
Pop to short, and that will end things here in the bottom of the 7th, so we head on to extra frames. Ty, appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, nice talking to you, and it's great to be down here and rooting for Post 2. It's some of the best summers of my life.
All right, very good. We go to the 7th. We're tied at 1. We head to extra frames here at Starry & Bank Field. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
So we head on to extra innings. That is the end of the line for Ben Klaus, and he was really good today. 7 innings, 107 pitches, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. Luke Finn is on now for the Patriots. As we head to the top of the 8th inning, as sun has been replaced with some clouds here in the top of the 8th. Got a message here. Pete Rose Jr. played at Newman Outdoor Field versus the Red Hawks a few years ago. I don't remember that, but I will take your word for it. But I remember it said Pete Jr. Moorhead made that was 88, I believe, and I vaguely remember that Pete Rose Jr. Played against Moorhead that year. Adam Leininger to lead things off, 2, 3, and 4 as we are headed to extra innings. West Fargo's second extra inning game here of this state tournament, 6-5 win and 8 over Jamestown on Tuesday. First pitch, ball 1 to Leininger. 1 for 3, singled back in the 3rd inning. So just a straight switch there. They, I believe, yeah, Anderson's DHing for the pitcher. 2-0 the count. Past the 2-hour mark in this one, approaching 2 hours, 15 minutes. As the set and the pitch on the way is line foul out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Post 2 got a run in the 1st. West Fargo evened it up in the 6th. And an RBI single from Brady Medina, hit and run single, had a chance to add on. 3-1 the count here. The base is loaded, 1 out, but Stimpson coaxing a double play ground ball off of Jackson Glinke. here we are into extra frames. There's a strike, 3-2. As we had 2 extra inning games Thursday in the elimination round. We went 9 with Grand Forks and Post 400. Post 400 winning there. And then 8, Jamestown beating Williston. Fly ball here, actually a pop-up. First base side, Glinky up. As the sun is returned and a one-handed catch. There's one out.
Let it go, Jackson!
One away in the 8th for Connor Holm. Yeah, Jack Williams has hosted the national tournament in years past. As we had Paul Iverson on earlier, tournament director. The regional level will be one of the men in charge for the regional in West Fargo next week. Here's the delivery. It's high and away, ball 1 to Connor Holm. 1 for 3, an RBI single back in the first inning about 2 hours ago. Target on the outside corner from Medina. Yet the target, but low and away. And ball 2. Combined 9 hits between the 2 teams here through the opening 7. So you had no extra inning games. Sunshine is returned and the delivery. Swing and a miss. Chance for Holm to air it out there on 2-0. And that is kind of a conundrum that both coaches have. You're coaching for now, but you got to think about swing and a miss and 2-2. You got to think about a potential game 2, and you also got to think a little bit about how you want to set up your rotation for the Central Plains Regionals. Both these teams know that got a few days to prepare and get ready for the regional, which will start Wednesday. There's a lot of things, but you kind of think about now, but you, in the back of your mind, you got to think about games on the back burner. Full count. Just missed off the plate. And we've seen both catchers, Medina, and we've seen Leininger do that a lot. And then Oshak, too, for post 2, and he's caught kind of setting up outside. Let's say basically kind of at the black of the plate. 3-2. Got him to extend the zone just a hair and a strikeout. Working the edges. 2 away in the 8th.
All right, let's go, Luke.
So 2 down. Kalbrenner started in right now at first base for post 2. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And a guy with some power. 4 RBIs in this tournament, and they've come on 2 hits. Go-ahead 2-run single Wednesday. That was a 4-run 6th inning. They had 9 runs in the 6th inning of their first 2 games. 5 against Grand Forks, 4 against Minot. 1 put the game away Tuesday. The other was led to the come-from-behind win. Completed the comeback against the Vistas. 2-0 now to Kalbrenner. So Finn has fallen behind 3 straight batters. It hasn't hurt him yet. And 3-0 the count. He is not going to give. He is not going to give him anything real meaty to try and hit. Or at least that's the plan. 3-0. And they worked that outside corner 4-pitch walk. So. So a runner at first. That will bring up Beiswinger. They'll take their chances with Beiswinger. Riley tuned in live from Moorhead. Played on the 1972 Post 2 team. Cheering on Post 2. Chandler Ibach tuning in from Arizona. Go Post Dos. Yes, Post 2. Here in this one. Saturday delivery. Ball 1. 5 in a row out of the zone here for Beiswinger. See, the audience has grown as this game has gone along. It's 1-0. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. You look back here in recent history. Those 2 champions last year. Get to the right tab. West Fargo, the champs, 21-22. Beat Post 400 in Jamestown. 2-1 the count. 21, they had two teams from North Dakota, as they will this year, and last year as well. Two made the regional in Sioux Falls, and that was the run that Post 400 had. What a run it was in 21. In the hands of Beiswinger, 3-1 the count. Went to Shelby. Of course, the run a few years back is Post 2 with the runners up. But what a great run they had in Shelby about 5 years ago. And ball 4. So a walk to Beiswinger, 2 on, nobody out. In fact, that year, Luke Rusted, who teaches at Shanley, had to miss the first day of school, if I remember right, because the baseball season didn't want to end. Trip to the mound coming here. But you go back in the last, basically in the last decade, you have to go back to Bismarck in 2014, where it's not been Post 2 or West Fargo the champion. Now we've had different runners up. Grand Forks in 19, Minot in 17 and 18 as well. Pregame will hit here as he came in to run for Doctor in the 6th. Caleb Pregame started yesterday, and don't believe he got an at-bat. Or actually, I would look back here at my notes. Actually, it was against West Fargo yesterday. He started the game at second base, didn't hit. They went to the pitching change with Landon Hale, and that took Pregame out of the game. So it's first at bat here in the state tournament for Pregame. So a pair of walks, 2 on, 2 away. And 2 down to the 8th. And the pitch. It is a strike. 0-1. Brody Medina trying to keep an eye on that lead base runner, Kalbrenner. Outfield straight away. The pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Post 2. Klaus had a 1-2-3 inning in the 5th. 1 base runner that got eliminated on a pickoff in the 6th, and then Klaus a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. So there haven't been a lot of offensive opportunities really since about the 3rd and 4th innings. Klaus finished up retiring 8 of the final 9, a foul out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just looking back on, actually, he had a stretch. He retired 6 in a row. And 10 out of 11. They had retired 12 of 13 before the back-to-back walks to Kalbrenner and Beiswinger. 1 and 2 to Pregame here in the top of the 8th. West Fargo will have 9-1-2 in the 8th. In the air to center. Deer in his tracks. He waits. He's got it. And that'll end the inning. Couple walks with 2 out, and they are stranded. We continue on as we head to the bottom of the 8th through 7.5. 25 was the pitch count for Finn. A lot of deep counts, but able to get out of trouble. As we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, it'll be 9-1-2 for the Patriots, and we come back in just a moment.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitzel Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitzel Magic Services.
To the bottom of the 8th. Stimpson still on for post 2, facing Trey Hussard. A shot on one hop, backpedaling Pregame at second, and the throw to first is in time. They just got him. Backpedaling on that ball, Pregame out to shallow right center, out to the outfield grass, throw low, but Kalbrenner with a fine pick. And Hussard is retired. Top of the order now in Brody Medina. Good pick there by Kalbrenner. Inside to Brody Medina, and on his hands, ball 1. Brody flying to right in the first, walked in the second, singled in the fourth, doubled in the sixth, and scored. And Stimpson deals. That was against Stimpson. Strike and 1-1. Back at Stimpson, 31 pitches, actually 32 now. It's now 2-1 to Medina. "20 strikes, 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. He is the pitcher of record right now. Manly a no decision. 3-1 the count. We got Deer and Medina waiting in the wings if Brody can get on here. We're in the 8th, tied at 1. Strike call, 3-2. Brody Medina following up the 3-hit performance yesterday with 2 hits and a walk. Payoff pitch. Chopper to short. Played by Holmes. Sets. Quick release on to first. 2 down. 2 away in the 8th inning for Caleb Deer. 2-hit batsman. He's 0 for 2. Got hit in the 6th. Again, West Fargo, that was the first 1-2-3 inning that they had the entire game of the 7th. They've been working around base runners all game. Strike 1. Well, he had 1 walk-off homer with Anderson, who is a couple of batters away. That was on Tuesday, yanked foul. 2 strikes the count. Season not over for either of these teams going into next week, but haven't closed this chapter yet. 1-2. Again, if West Fargo, right now in the driver's seat, they've not lost in the tournament, they win. We all go home and think about what we've watched. If Post 2 wins, we get to do this again. It will be a second winner-take-all title, and the reason being West Fargo unbeaten in the tournament. Post 2 with the loss yesterday to the Patriots, so that's why. 2-2. Foul tip. And that went off the mask and off the catcher Leininger. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. What do you think about the catchers and that turf? Turf is great, but it's hot down there. It's to be a long, long day for both those catchers, Medina and Leininger. 2-2. High in the air, shallow left center field, home drifting out, and he's called off, well caught by Kozadowski, the catch. And that'll end the inning. So 1, 2, 3 innings. So Stimpson has retired 7 straight. And we press on to the 9th. We go on a 1-1 tie. We're back with more in just a moment here on MSPN Digital Television.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Oh, come on! You gotta box out! That's the problem with kids these days. No fundamentals.
Fundamentals?
Yeah, it's not that hard. You just gotta box out! Box out! Box out! Oh, look at this guy. He can't get past me. I'm letting my hooves because I'm a buffalo. Box out! Double box out!
Game's gonna be that way.
Box out! See what I'm saying? It's just fundamentals. What? What's wrong with your faces?
So the bottom third of the order for Post 2, Kozadowski, Jordan Leininger, Landon Meyer to face Luke Finn into his second inning of relief work. Van Klaus, 7 very good innings, shook off a shaky first inning and was good the rest of the way. Kozadowski, nice play at second, and Medina to first and just got him one out. Brody Medina, tremendous play, a backhand, had to set and throw and got Kozadowski by a whisker for the first out. One away here in the ninth. Here's Jordan Leininger. And I'm getting to the point, probably one more inning, I'm going to start making room in my scorebook. Outside, so we're into the ninth. Longest game we've had was 9 with Post 400 in Grand Forks on Thursday afternoon. The Stars won that. A Matt Bryant single. That's out into shallow right center, and Medina out. And a base hit there. That looked like that might be trouble at first, but able to break off and make the catch on that. Jordan Leininger retired. Quickly 2 down here in the top of the ninth.
One more, Luke.
Finn at 25 pitches. Batter is Meyer. In ball 1. Landon Meyer 0 for 3, struck out in the 7th. As Finn who had 25 pitches to get out of the 8th. A lot of deep counts, even the outs he got were a lot of deep counts. Now 2-0. Finn's first appearance here at State. And the pitch. Jammed him. Roller to third. Wolf on to first. Short hop pick. And quickly and quietly, Post 2 down. Here in the top of the 9th inning. 3 up and 3 down. A 1-2-3 inning. We head on to the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Brady Medina, Caleb Anderson, and Jackson Glinke. A 6-pitch inning for Finn. He's at 31 through 2. We're through 8.5. It's 1-1. We're back with more in just a moment on MSPN Digital Television.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Bottom of the 9th, 1-1 tie. As the Patriots, Brady Medina will lead things off. And Stimpson out. He's gone 3 2/3 innings and really has maybe hit a pretty good groove. He has set down 7 straight, 8 outs among these 7 batters, starting with the Glinke double play that got out of trouble in the 6th. Ball 1 here to Brady Medina. Single in the first, line to right in the 3rd, fly to center in the 4th, and then a base hit hit and run single tied the game with a sixth. And he got jammed and rolls one foul to Jordan Rowe in the third base coaching box, and it's 1-1. Medina, Anderson, and Glinke for the Patriots, and one little old run could make them state champions. The 1-1. Tapper foul, 1 ball, 2 strikes. What a gem of a game here this afternoon. It's a championship game again. West Fargo wins. They are the champions. Tournament is over. Post 2 is victorious. A second winner-take-all title game. 2-2. You're past the 2.5-hour mark on this one, about 2:35. Actually, it's 2:35. We started at 12:03. It's been quite a ride, hasn't it? 2-2. Strike 3, got him lucky. Medina, not so sure about that. One down here in the bottom of the ninth. Here's Caleb Anderson. So 8 in a row set down by Beckett Stimson. I think they'll just, they get the feeling they might just ride him out as much as they can. Popped up, out to short. And they quickly retire Anderson on a pop-up there to home and 2 down.
First baseman
Jackson Glinke will hit now with 2 down. Stimson 40, close to 50 pitches right now. Glinke is 0 for 4. 6-4, 3 double play in his last at bat. That one got away from everybody. Ball 1. That was West Fargo's. Well, they've had a lot of opportunities. That would kind of felt like was the chance. They had one, had them loaded. Stimson got him to roll one over, and 2 outs later. Mission accomplished. 2-0. Two and 0 the count. The delivery is foul off to the left, not a play. 2 balls and 1 strike. We'll look to see if we've added any to the crowd here this afternoon. Man, they're all over the place. Hanging out and out in the outfield, down the lines. Foul back. 2-2. Again, it's been a pretty good atmosphere for much of this tournament. Some of the third base bleachers. Post 400 has done itself well here for hosting this state tournament. Full count. Wegestrand would hit next, but 2 down. Should be 52 pitches unofficially for Stimson. So he's gone 4 full innings of relief of starter Brady Manley. Ball 4 and a walk. 2 out base runner. Batter is Seth Wegestrand. So how aggressive are the Patriots here with 2 out? 53 pitches for Stimson, so he's got at least a couple more innings in him, if needed. The delivery, it is a strike, 0-1. I imagine probably for Luke Finn, unless he gets in trouble, Patriots, same thing might apply for him as well. Just ride him out as far as you can. Inside, hit him. Winners at second with 2 down now. And that will bring up Charlie Lashovsky.
All right, Charlie, let's go, bud.
Lashovsky has walked and grounded to first. So the winner's at second now with 2 down via a walk and a hit batsman. And the delivery. Ball 1 down and in. 1-0 the count. Guess if you're Lashovsky, are you take until you get a strike here? Or you get something good to turn on? You turn and burn on one. 9 total hits for 9 innings of baseball. But we haven't, it's not like we haven't had our share of base runners. 2-0. If he would reach, that would bring up Aiden Wolf as time called, and that will come Gunnar Lindstedt. Gunnar's gotten his steps in today as Tripp coming here to try and get Stimson back in alignment here. 2-0, 2 out, bottom of the 9th inning. So trying to go back with the extra inning games. I think we had one Tuesday, so this is number 4, I believe. Yeah, so we had West Fargo, Jamestown, 400 and Grand Forks, Jamestown, Williston, and this one. So we were talking about Jeff Gould earlier. Just one game that's gone or went to the 10-run rule. That was early on with Bismarck and Mandan. We got a whole handle of 1-run games. A lot of the 1-run games were earlier in the tournament. Yesterday, 8-4, 9-4, and then 3-1 post 2 over Bismarck. It's 2-0 to Lashovsky, bottom of the 9th. Winning runs at second in a 1-1 tie. Stimson checks as Pregame keeping an eye on that lead base runner. In the dirt, knocked down by Leininger as he had to dance around Lashovsky, keep that ball in play. 3-0. 3-0. And Lashovsky stares at a strike. 3-1. Wouldn't be surprised if he's maybe taking on 3-1 as well, but we will see. Kozadowski shallow and left. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. He did turn it loose on 3-1. Full count. So now traveling time for the base runners. 3-2, 2 out. Jordan Rose saying once that leg kicks up, you're off to Glinke and Wegestrand. Payoff pitch, runners go. It is strike 3 on the outside corner, and we will play on. So a strikeout takes care of Lashovsky, and we play on to the 10th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 stranded, on to the 10th inning in a 1-1 tie. We're back with more after this.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
To the 10th, a 1-1 tie. So this will be our longest game of this 2024 Class AA State Legion Baseball Tournament. Luke Finn out for his 3rd inning of relief. As it will be Sam Oshak, and foul for strike 1. So the top of the order, Oshak, Adam Leininger, and Connor Holm. Oshak 0 for 4, reached on an error back in the first. West Fargo 3 errors, 2 came in the first 2 batters of the game. That helped Post 2 take a 1-0 lead. And the delivery up and in. 1-1. And you go back to the first. They had 2 on, actually, look back on it. They had the bases full, nobody out after they got the run. It's now 2-1 to Oshak. And Klaus got 3 strikeouts to get out of that. And it didn't seem like a whole lot of the time, but boy, how large does that look now? We could have been home. Well, I shouldn't say we could have been home. We might have been into game 2 by now if that was the case. Ball outside. Now 3-1 the count. But how many chances have the Patriots had as well? As they had opportunities, finally cashed into the 6th. Finn on 3-1 to Oshak. And ball 4. Leadoff man is on here in the 10th. So leadoff man on, and in case you haven't noticed, we get into extra innings. We don't do the major league rules. We don't do the ghost runner at second. We do it the old-fashioned way. Guess they don't do that in the postseason of Major League Baseball, just the regular season when they have the automatic runner. That is not happening here. Here is Adam Leininger. 1 for 4. He'll try to bunt. Offered at it, and ball 1. Patriots will have... where we'll start here. It will be 8-9-1 in the batting order. They'll go Wolf, Hussar, Medina in the bottom of the 10th. There's a bunt down the first base line. Glinke will... let's see. Yeah, he is out. I don't know if he tagged him, but he went out of the baseline. Either way, he's out, and Oshak is at second with 1 out. As he tried to avoid the tag, but I think he went out of the baseline, and first base umpire did signal it out, but nice job there to move him over, and the sacrifice from Leininger. Unassisted for the first out. And here is Connor Holm. If you're a Post 2 fan, maybe a guy you wouldn't mind having and have up with this situation. Ball 1. 3 multi-hit games here in the state tournament. I believe it's 8 total now. An RBI single back in the first. 1 for 4 in the game. Go ahead, run at second. Here with 1 out in the 10th. Finn deals. There's a strike. And 1-1. That one gets away. That'll go back to the screen. Comes back to Medina and on to third. Goes Oshak. 2-1 now to Connor Holm. That'll bring the infield in now for the Patriots. They had 1 one-run game during the regular season. 3-2 Patriots and then 5-2 Post 2 on July 19th. Patriots 5-run second. Got a pick-off play at third. Wolf was not at the bag. And really, Oshak wasn't really off of third that far either. I could only lead to trouble in the delivery. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Well, he had a fastball there to try and turn and burn on, and he missed. 2-2. So Holm and Kalbrenner potentially have a chance here to give Post 2 the lead in the 10th. Deep breath, 2-2. Foul down the left field line. That one, I think that's the first one that ended up in the bleachers, in the third base bleachers, and thankfully everybody cleared out there, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. They've got bleachers kind of set up, kind of at an angle down the third base line. So you're basically at an angle, so you're facing home plate to watch the action. 2-2. Got him. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and 2 down. Foul tip held by Medina, and they get the ever dangerous Holm 2 away here in the 10th. And they'll walk him, intentionally walk. They won't even try with Kalbrenner. Jordan Rowe will come out, so they'll give him first base. Jordan Rowe comes out for a visit, so runners on the edges with 2 out, and I'm sure the first and third situation, and it might be kind of more so if they decide to put Kalbrenner in motion, what are we going to do? Do you try to throw through? Do you cut it off? Do you just say, we'll give him second base? That might be part of the situation here. It's Justin Farkas, home plate umpire, slowly making his way out to finally let this conference come to a close. Conference over, and the batter, Beiswinger.
Following the intentional walk to Kalbrenner, that brings to the plate third baseman Jackson Beiswinger.
So Jackson Beiswinger is 0 for 3 with a walk. So Beiswinger a chance to be a hero. We were talking about this yesterday when they intentionally walk somebody, and you want to say, you know what? I want to put a pin in your balloon on your strategy there, if you can. The delivery. Beiswinger wide of third and foul, 1 strike. Oh 1. Runners in the corners as a walk. Actually, 2 walks with the intentional pass to Kalbrenner, sacrificing a wild pitch. Those 2 hadn't had a base runner at third in a while. 1-1, just missed. Got Jordan Leininger to second in the 4th. Had Kalbrenner to second in the 8th. So that's been a while. In fact, they haven't had a runner, looks like, back since the first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, I should say, with 2 out here in the top of the 10th. Set by Finn. Foul back. 2 strikes to Beiswinger. Finn at 47 pitches. He has gone 2 2/3. Ben Klaus started a no decision. Got to his pitch limit of 105. He actually finished with 107. Finished his final batter. Got out of the 7th. Ball and 2 strikes. And here it comes. Runner from second will go. Patriots don't seem to mind. And to second goes Charlie Kalbrenner. So 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Beiswinger. In and out of some sun. Now here at Starion Bank Field. Here it comes. Foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Pitch number 6 of the at-bat here to Beiswinger. Second and third now, 2 out in the 10th. Outfield straight away. Breeze was coming from the south. There's strike 3. Got him looking to the outside corner. Finn strikes out 2 in the inning. Beiswinger strikes out for the 3rd time this afternoon, and we'll head to the bottom of the 10th inning. Head to the bottom of the 10th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 stranded, and I think we've got some changes coming, it looks like, here for Fargo Post 2. We'll get to all those in just a moment. We head to the last of the 10th, and a 1-1 tie. We'll be back in just a moment.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings Go? The Hankster! Hank! What?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Yeah, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs.
Okay, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go delivered, but did he get 6 free wings?
Yeah.
No! That's why I love bourbon barbecue wings!
Wow. That was something.
You didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I used to sing on cruises.
What made you stop?
The cruises. Bourbon barbecue wings!
So the bottom of the 10th coming, and Wyatt Kozadowski will make his third appearance of the tournament as he finished up yesterday against Bismarck, as did pick up the save, a 2-inning save, gave up 3 hits. Sam Oshaka was DHing for the pitcher, is now behind the plate, and Adam Leininger, who was catching, is now in left field. So those are the defensive changes for Fargo Post 2. As it'll be Aiden Wolf to lead things off. He hit for Trough-Gruben in the 5th and into a fielder's choice. He is 0 for 2 as he stayed in the game and is at third base. As we work our way to the 3-hour mark of this one. Kozadowski, strike and 0-1. To Wolf. Wolf, Husar, and Brody Medina. Against Kozadowski, who's tough. Strike, 0-2. Overhand breaking pitch, and there is nothing finesse about him. 0-2. Well, he's a wrestler. There's not going to be much finesse about him. He's tough. 0-2. Missed away, 1-2 the count. Well, he doesn't waste a lot of time. Got a win in relief over Minot Wednesday. A save yesterday. Outside, close the book on Bennett Stimson here. Now 2-2 the count. We'll do that in tip of the derby to Stimson. After a wobbly 6th, he recovered nicely. 62 pitches, 36 strikes for Stimson. 4 1/3 innings of relief work. Here's Wolf to left, hit well, back Leininger, back pedaling up. It's gone! It's gone! A home run, a walk-off state championship winner for Wolf. And the Patriots win it in 10, 2-1. What a way to win it. Aiden Wolf on a 2-2 delivery. That ball just kept carrying to left. Out of the reach of Leininger in left field. And it took 10. 2-1 the final. Aiden Wolf, what a way to win it. Wow. What a finish. The game-winning home run in the bottom of the 10th inning in a 2-1 final, and the Patriots will head to the Central Plains Regional as champions. Post 2 headed there as well. Final 2-1, your champions, West Fargo. As there you see the handshakes all around. So the Patriots win the championship, their 3rd in 4 years. As there you see the handshakes all around, a lot of mutual respect. But these two programs, Jordan Rowe, Luke Rustad, and the coaching staffs there, just a heck of a championship, and what a way to put a bow on it. Aiden Wolf, solo homer to end it in the bottom of the 10th inning. So the Patriots 2 walk-off home runs in the tournament. Caleb Anderson to start things for the Pats, and they end it with the home run from Wolf. In a game just under 3 hours long, we'll have our presentation of the awards and much more coming up. Tell you what, we'll take a quick pause, come back. Final score in this one, 2-1. Patriots with the win. Stay tuned. We'll get to our post-game report coming up in just a moment.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Stay tuned, post-game report coming up here as we'll get the awards presentation. There you see, there's the, get a look at the banner for the state championship as I think we'll have an awards presentation coming up here. 2-1 the final as you can put a bow on this one. And to quote my late friend, the great Scott Miller, my oh my, and that was quite a my oh my moment there as Wolf, the game-winning home run. Let's go to Jesse Radloff, PA announcer, for our presentation.
Before we hand out the team awards, Post 400 would like to first give a shout-out to our umpires, our workers, and tournament manager Jeff Gould. Everybody who helped out the state tournament here at Starting Bank Field. And once again, congratulations to both teams on qualifying for the 2024 Central Plains Regional Tournament next week in West Fargo that starts on Wednesday. Now to hand out the team awards is Tournament Director Jeff Gould. First off, congratulations to the North Dakota State Class AA runners-up, Fargo Post 2. Can you please come and accept your award?
Post 2 out to accept their plaque. And again, the season not over for Post 2. They get ready for the Central Plains Regional. They'll open up at 3:30 next Wednesday versus a team out of Nebraska. In fact, we'll get that information out for you here once more as you see Post 2, and heck of a season, and it's not over yet. They got a chance to make a run in that Central Plains Regional, which will start on Wednesday. So they'll open up at 3:30. They will face the Nebraska runner-up.
The West Fargo Patriots. Please come and accept your award.
And here come the Patriots. Patriots with that state championship trophy. They get ready to host. They will get the Nebraska champion on Wednesday at 7 p.m. There they've got the flag there.
We would like to thank all of the fans for
got the
coming out to
pennant.
this tournament and supporting your teams.
Take care of that with pride, boys.
Please
2-1 the final.
And we'll see you next week at the Central Plains Regional in West
2
Fargo.
runs, actually
Again,
5 hits
on
for the
Wednesday.
final total. 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for the victorious Patriots. There actually was 6 hits on that one. 2 runs, 6 hits. 2 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for Fargo Post 2. Luke Finn, the winning pitcher, in relief as 3 innings for Finn. 50 pitches, 3 innings, did not allow a hit, no runs, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. There you see Aiden Wolf, the man of the hour right now, is getting interviewed by Ryan Spitza of the Forum and local TV personalities as well. Ben Klaus started in heck of a game, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. He was unearned. Are they going to give him the bath? Yes, they are. He got the Gatorade, or got the water bath, did Aiden Wolf, and doesn't seem to care, quite frankly. So Klaus 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, walked 1, struck out 8. Finley win in relief through 50 pitches. There you see the Patriots celebrating. Brady Manley, no decision, threw 106 pitches, did not get out of the 5th, 4 2/3 innings, as he had to work a few escape acts to keep the Patriots scoreless. 3 hits, 6 walks, 5 strikeouts. He hit 2 batters. Beckett Stimson did fine job in relief. 4 1/3 innings, got nicked for a run in the 6th. 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. And Wyatt Kozadowski, who had been pretty lights out in relief, faced the 1 batter in Aiden Wolf, the leadoff homer, and a ball that got up in the jet stream and carried over the wall for a game-winning home run. That was the game winner. 2-1 the final. Despite 13 left on, 1 big hit did the trick, and the Patriots, along with Post 2, get ready for the Central Plains Regional. Renner, South Dakota winning in South Dakotas. The full field will be filled out by the weekend, and we'll get ready for that tournament starting on Wednesday. Just a tremendous game for this championship. Nearly 3 hours old on this one. Post 2 got their run in the first inning. Couple of errors. Oshak reaching on an error. Adam Leininger reached on an error. And Connor Holm delivered an RBI single. It made it 1-0 after a walk to Kalbrenner. They had 1 and had the bases full with nobody out, and Klaus got tough. Struck out Beiswinger, Doctor, and Kozadowski to end the threat. And Post 2 did not score the rest of the way. Meantime, West Fargo, boy, they had chances. Left 2 on in the first. Left them loaded in the second. Left 2 on in the third. 2 more on in the fourth. Do I hear 2 more on in the 5th inning? And got a run in the 6th. As with 1 out, Brody Medina doubled. Held there as Caleb Deere was hit by a pitch. Brady Medina with an RBI single as they put the runners in motion. The RBI single tied the game, got Deere to third. Caleb Anderson hit by a pitch. That loaded him up with 1 out. But Stimson got tough. 6-4 3-double play off the bat of Glinke. And we stayed tied at 1. Scoreless for the 7th, 8th, and 9th. And then finally that game-winning home run. Walk-off homer from Aiden Wolf. 2 walk-off homers for the Pats in the tournament as they line up out near the scoreboard. The scoreboard of the background in right center field. And plenty of photographs. As for the 3rd time in 4 years, the West Fargo Patriots win the state AA championship. So 2-1 the final. Heck of a run for Post 2, and again, not over for these teams. And boy, just we had 4 extra inning games. This was the longest game of the tournament, nearly 3 hours in length. It definitely had some drama. It had a little hijinks to it, and I think probably for both teams, maybe for us, saying, oh, thank goodness we don't have to do one more of these, as 18 games in the books, and congrats really to both teams, to Luke Rusted and Post 2, and a big shout out as well to Jordan Rowe and the West Fargo Patriots. A lot of people to thank for this tournament. Big thanks to our sponsors. Folks here with Post 400, Jeff Gould and crew ran a great tournament, and we were a part of that. It's a labor of love, quite honestly, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of hours and a lot of preparation came to get to this week, and sometimes you're too busy to kind of take it all in and just enjoy all of it. We got a message here. Was there a tournament MVP? I don't believe one has been announced, and I say there was not any announcement after that, so I don't believe there is a tournament most valuable player, and if it is, check it out. Social media, Post 400, and they have a tournament Twitter page or an X page to check out as well. So a lot of great baseball. More to come next week, as best of luck to our friends in West Fargo with the Central Plains Regional. It should be a lot of fun. Central Plains Regional will head to this ballpark in 2025. So that'll do it here. Big thanks to Mike and to Grant Hubbard, who called some games for us as well. A lot of people to thank. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to you for tuning in throughout the week. Hope you enjoyed it. And we will call it a wraps on that one. For Mike Mason and our crew here with Post 400, I'm Brad Anderson. Your final score, Aiden Wolf, the walk-off winner in the last of the 10th. A 2-1 West Fargo win over Post 2. The Patriots are the state champions. Good luck to Post 2 and the Pats in the regional next week. They'll do North Dakota proud. So long.
The proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Visit us online at our website and by searching MSPN DTV on most social media platforms. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.